Hello and welcome back to another Football Commentaries live stream, and we are back with the Community Shield Final 2020 in very bizarre circumstances. Still, Liverpool have only 2 pre-season games under their belt, alongside Arsenal who've only had one, and that was against MK Dons. So very mixed pre-seasons for both teams. Liverpool with a bit more of an edge on them. They went to Germany for their pre-season camp, played Stuttgart and RB Salzburg, who they played in the Champions League last season, where they got Minamino from, obviously where Haaland was before he joined Borussia Dortmund. So it'd be an interesting one. It's weird timing because there's an international break next week for the Nations League, yet we're starting the so-called Premier League season. And they're starting the Premier League season today, and then there's going to be like a 2-week break before the Premier League starts with an international break. It's just a bit all over the place. Hi, King. Hi, Nicholas. Are you okay? You don't need to call me King. It's fine. But yeah, the kickoff is about 9 minutes away. And yeah, I'm hoping for a good game. I'm not sure what we're going to get. If I'm going to be completely honest, we could get anything in this game. Obviously, Liverpool in this competition due to the fact they won the Premier League for the first time in around 30 years. Arsenal in it, obviously, with their FA Cup triumph against Chelsea around a month ago. I will put the stream out. Just give me a second. I forgot to do it. And then we'll get underway. It's not a bad thing that you call him a king. I think it's quite funny. I quite like it. But it's fine. It's fine. So I'm just going to send the stream out to some of the people that I've got on a certain Instagram page, and we will hopefully go through the line. I say hopefully, we will be going through the lineups. That's for sure. There we go. Yeah, if you've got any predictions in the chat, let me know what you think this game is going to end. Sorry about this. There we go. Done. I will be back in a second. I'll be back in a second. I've just got to turn the lights on. Sorry about that. Yeah, I had to sort the dogs out. Don't want them barking. Anywhere through the commentary. That's not what we want. We don't want any disturbances. I'll go through the lineups in a second. Bayern Munich won the cup. Yes, Paris lost and Neymar cried. Poor Neymar. With the amount of money he's making, I'm not quite with the poor Neymar, but it was people are saying it was a bad game. I get why obviously only one goal, but I mean there was so much quality they kind of cancelled each other out. But I thought it was alright, better than the Tottenham Liverpool one last year. That was ridiculously poor. But no, I've seen better Champions League finals, but I've also seen a worse one. So yeah, Bayern Munich I think will definitely be favourites to win it again. Obviously Liverpool will be up there to win it. Of course, City will be up there. Obviously the links of Messi if you want to if you want to see my new show, Football Talk, you might have seen it already. It's a new series on the channel. Playlist is down below. Next episode is going to be a tier list on the best current Premier League players. I think I could be wrong, or best world players. I'm not sure. That'll be out at some point next week. Obviously, the Football Manager as well. That's in the description as well, the playlist. But I'll go through the lineups very quickly. I'll get it on here. I've got it written down, but there's a lot of changes and a lot of it's a bit of a mixed lineup from both teams. Anyway, we've got Emi Martinez in goal for Arsenal, made 9 Premier League appearances, conceded 9, 3 clean sheets. I think he's looking for a move for first team football, but we'll have to see if he can get in the first team at Arsenal. Can he push out Bernd Leno, his starting position? We've got Rob Holding at centre-back. He also only played 8 appearances last season in the Premier League, with David Luiz, who made 33, and Kieran Tierney at the back, who played 15. Obviously missed 29 games in all competitions with a shoulder and hip injury. And then full-back, we have Hector Bellerin as a wing-back. He only played 15 league games, and Ainsley Maitland-Niles been linked away with Arsenal at left wing-back. And then there is Bukayo Saka playing on the right wing today, ahead of Nicolas Pepe, who isn't playing today. Obviously, like I said, the international break's taken up a lot of the players. And then we've got Eddie Nketiah up front. Obviously got sent off against Leicester, his first career red on the 7th of July. And the captain, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, 22 league goals last year, is starting on left wing. And the bench is Bernd Leno, William Saliba, Cedric, Reece Nelson, Joe Willock, Sed Kolasinac, Smith Rowe, John Jules, and James Oleinka as well, number 54 for Arsenal. And then for Liverpool, they've got Alisson in goal with Nico Williams at right back. No Trent Alexander-Arnold today. Joe Gomez will play alongside Virgil van Dijk, the usual centre-back pairing. All 38 games were played by Van Dijk in the league last year. Andy Robertson will play at left back. Obviously, they brought in Tsimikas from Olympiacos. He's on the bench. And then a midfield three of James Milner, the 34-year-old, joined in 2015. He's in the midfield with Fabinho and Gini Wijnaldum. Scored in a 3-1 victory against Arsenal 3 years ago on the 4th of March 2017. And the usual front three of Mohamed Salah, Roberto Firmino and Sadio Mane make the front three, with the bench of Naby Keita, Adrian, Marco Grujic, Curtis Jones, Takumi Minamino, and then the new signing Tsimikas, and then Ryan Brewster with Harvey Elliott, and someone on the Football Manager, on the Stockport County Football Manager team, is Billy Calamito. He makes the bench, the 17-year-old French centre-half, not made a Premier League or made a senior appearance yet for Liverpool, but he's on the bench today. Why did you not record when Bayern won the Cup? Because it was televised on BT Sport, and it probably wouldn't have got any viewers watching my commentary, because you could literally watch the game on YouTube itself. So that's why I didn't do it. If it wasn't on YouTube for everyone to watch, I would have done it, but no one would have watched, I don't think, or not many people anyway, because it was literally available for everyone to watch. So yeah, that is my reasoning for that. Let me just do something quickly. Done there. But yeah, very, very interesting turn of events with Lionel Messi. I know that's nothing to do with this game, but it's still very interesting. Like I said, we did a football talk. It's kind of like a podcast, but there's going to be different types of content. Like I've said, there's going to be a tier list out next week. Make sure you watch that. That's in the description. Very interesting talk with Harvey, who I do pretty much all my podcast kind of things with. Yeah, we discussed Messi, Ben Chilwell, and the Maguire incident as well. So a lot of discussion went on in that video. So I definitely check that out if you haven't, if you want something to watch. I know it's quite a long video, but you can always skip through to find what you want to listen to the most. Nice away kit there for Arsenal, white with red kind of lines through it. Just looks like a training top to me. It's weird to see them actually as that away kit. It looks like a home kit. I mean, a training kit that they'd wear before games. But we're about to get underway with kick-off. Salah with a new haircut there, a little bit shorter than the usual. We're going to get underway very, very soon. Kick-off is literally seconds away. Can Mikel Arteta win his second trophy as a manager? Obviously won plenty as the Manchester City manager. won 7 at Manchester City, including an FA Cup. Well, 2 FA Cups, obviously, one with Arsenal, but only one with City. Still doing the Black Lives Matter movement, with getting down on the one knee. Like how they're still doing that in this season. And we're about to go on the way. Liverpool kicking right to left and kicking off. Arsenal left to right. Played back to Joe Gomez. Sweeps it right down to the left towards Sadio Mane. Beaten to it by Hector Bellerin. Milner picks it up, chests it down. David Luiz with a strong tackle, kicking it against Milner. Falls its way to Sadio Mane. Out-strengthens Hector Bellerin. And he's one-on-one with the Spaniard full-back. Try to take him on down the left towards that corner flag. Can he take him on around him? Good tackle from Hector Bellerin to win it back. Pulled down from the Senegalese, and it's a free kick for Arsenal. And we are well underway. If you've got any predictions, let me know in the chat. I'm going to get this timer started. It's been taken quickly from Martinez straight to Aubameyang. Lovely kick from the Argentine. It's gone back to El Neni. Back from his loan spell with Besiktas. Gives it away, throwing for Liverpool. Oh, there we go. Played over towards Nico Williams down the line. Salah tried to flick it on towards Wijnaldum. Beaten to it by Xhaka. Bundled down. Xhaka by Wijnaldum. No foul, says the referee. And advantage is played. Obviously, Xhaka held it with his hand, thinking he's going to get a free kick. Didn't. Liverpool continued anyway. There's Virgil van Dijk on the ball. Goes to that switch again to that right-hand side, looking for Nico Williams. Meets it with the head. Can't quite divert towards Salah. It's Tierney who can clear up and send it down the line. Looking for Aubameyang. Gomez is there to meet it. Finds Milner in the middle. On the far right, it's Wijnaldum. Uses Nico Williams inside towards Salah. Trickles to Firmino. Met by Tierney in the end and can be helped away towards Saka, who heads it on. To Bellerin. Tries to chip it back to Bukayo Saka, but couldn't quite find his man. He called up to the under-21s. Bukayo Saka for the England squad. This is Gomez to Robertson. Back towards Virgil van Dijk. Literally played every single minute of the Premier League last year. That's a 3,420 minutes of football. And that's not even adding the additional time that would have been played in the majority of those games. Liverpool still had the ball. Back to Alisson. There was a trial game with fans in today. That was Brighton v Chelsea. I'm not sure how that ended, but I know Timo Werner scored early on. But what a ball from Van Dijk, looking over the top towards Mane. Beats Rob Holding to it. Has to holding off as well. Lays it off to Robertson. Dinks in across towards Firmino. Well dealt with by David Luiz towards Milner. Can't bring it down with pressure from Saka. Gives away a throw-in for Arsenal. Good start, though, from Liverpool, looking for the early goal. Definitely targeting that left-hand side of theirs, and Arsenal's right-hand side. That's where, obviously, Rob Holding and Hector Bellerin are positioned. Get it nicely out from this throw-in with Bukayo Saka and El Neni and Bellerin making a nice triangle to get it out, and good dribbling from Saka to bring it away to Tierney. He looks around the corner, looking for Aubameyang. Too much on it. Can be watched passed by Gomez back into the hands of Alisson. Taking it quickly. Alisson takes a touch and looks for a little dink into the middle, looking for Firmino. David Luiz wins his header and flicks it back towards Holding. Finds Ainsley Maitland-Niles on the left. Linked with a move to Wolves, but I'm not sure if that'll happen now because obviously... Oh, no, probably will happen more than likely, sorry, because of the sale of Matt Doherty to Tottenham. That looks like that's going to go ahead. But a poor dinked ball looking for the right-hand side of Saka's picked up by Robertson. He's going to go for an early cross around towards Salah. Well met by Kieran Tierney and grabbed by Emi Martinez. Went for the early cross there, Robertson, down the left. Had loads of space. Wasn't closed down. Entered the Arsenal half. And then he's gone for the diagonal cross. Very similar to one he did against City last year for a Salah header, if you remember that. But dealt with and cleared towards Aubameyang on the left. Picked up by Nketiah. Ainsley Maitland-Niles tries to pass into the midfield, deflected, but thankfully back to Tierney. And it's David Luiz. El Neni can bring it forward. Goes around over the top looking for Nketiah, but too much on it, and Alisson can get there first. I wonder if Arteta will use El Neni within the future. He was at Besiktas last year, played 27 games in the league with a 1 goal. Sorry. Be interesting to see if he does use him this year, or maybe uses this game to try and get a buyer to see how good he can be. Just have to see. So he partnered alongside Granit Xhaka, had the captaincy stripped away from him last year in that game against Crystal Palace. Fabinho drills it into Mane, holds it up. It's a run by Firmino, won't use him. Tries to go for the switch towards Nico Williams, blocked off by Xhaka. Falls back to Fabinho, who uses Gomez just below the halfway line is Van Dijk, and then he passes it to his left, where they're now in the Arsenal half. And Robertson goes inside to Firmino. Picks it up, drops it into Wijnaldum. He goes for it, blocked off by David Luiz. No intention of playing the ball. Foul by the Brazilian and a free kick for Liverpool. Good touch from Wijnaldum to take it away from the defender. Then he just tried to get in the way of him there, David Luiz, and ended up bringing down the Dutchman in the process. Free kick quite far out here. It's definitely a crossing free kick. I don't think there'll be a shot here. If with Robertson to take on the left, he's got Milner alongside him. I don't know if he'll use him. No, he gets a cross in. It's towards Van Dijk, who gets a foot out, and it's prodded in to the left bottom corner, but it's offside. I thought it was. Very hesitant celebrations there from Van Dijk. I'm stuttering my words. Let's have a look. Robertson crosses in. Yeah, just offside, Virgil van Dijk. Got ahead of Kieran Tierney, prodded it home, like I said, and then the celebration was just running back to the halfway line. That's why I was questioning if it was a goal or not, because I was going to comment on his celebrations, but there weren't any due to the apparent offside that they are checking. I think it was just offside. There wasn't much in it though, but he was ahead of the offside line when the free kick was taken. Obviously, there's some stand in front of the line and then wait for the Arsenal line to drop back, but it is disallowed for offside, with Van Dijk winning the header from the Emi Martinez clearance. Falls to Tierney, you can get it to Hector Bellerin on the right hand side. Uses El Neni, back to Bellerin, heavy touch, heavy pass by El Neni, but Bellerin can keep it in. Over towards David Luiz, into Tierney, over the top, looking for Nketiah. Van Dijk is there, has the strength on Nketiah, and Alisson can come and collect. Again, quick distribution. Straight to Robertson. Looks inside to Fabinho. Inside the Liverpool half. Goes to Gomez on his right. He's got Nico Williams in support, but just heads back towards Virgil van Dijk. Robertson. Milner dropped very deep for the ball. And it's Van Dijk still. Back to Alisson. Just keeping the ball here, Liverpool. We know Jordan Henderson or Chamberlain for Liverpool today, both injured. Chamberlain picked up an injury in pre-season, and Henderson's had that issue when he got an injury. I think he was getting Brighton away, and he's still been struggling with that, hence no England call-up for him. They've lost the ball here, Liverpool, and Arsenal can have it back with Rob Holding. Goes for a switch again. Definitely aiming for their right-hand side as well, as poor clearance from Gomez. Oh, and it's nearly prodded in by Ainsley Maitland-Niles towards Nketiah, but not much weight on it, and Liverpool could deal with it. So yeah, 2 big midfielders missed for Liverpool, but definitely have the men in the squad to deal with the lack of midfielders there. Milner comes straight in, still at the age of 34, but can definitely put a shift in, as Martinez has it for Arsenal. Too much on it. Throw-in for Liverpool in the final third. Who's reffing the match? I think it was Andre Mariner I saw. Andre Mariner is your referee in today's game. Robertson to take the throw. The women's Community Shield final was played before 12:30 kick-off. Chelsea were victorious over Manchester City 2-0. Millie Bright with one of the goals, alongside Steph Houghton in the World Cup, as Robertson gets it back from the layoff and the throw-in, goes for an audacious switch towards Nico Williams. Too much on it, out for a throw-in on the opposite side. Yeah, Van Dijk was offside there. His right knee was the part offside. So yeah, that's who's reffing the game. Van Dijk on the ball. So Fabinho brings it forward and just turns back once again with pressure from Nketiah. Still no contract extension announcement for Aubameyang. People thought they would have had it done after the FA Cup, but still not there yet. Liverpool look for an over-the-top ball. Poor straight into Emi Martinez. I think that was Van Dijk with the attempted pass. Rolled out to David Luiz. Gave away a penalty in this fixture last year. As they go looking over the top towards Maitland-Niles, who pushed forward. Won by Gomez, but falls to Aubameyang, the man who we were talking about. Goes inside to Xhaka on the halfway. Forced back towards David Luiz. Like I said, gave a penalty away against Mohamed Salah and finds a great chip ball towards Saka. Can't bring it down. Robertson can deal with it. Hooks it over his foot and sets away Mane. He makes a run off the ball. Mane, Milner. Back to Mane. Goes inside to Fabinho. I think Robertson's stopped his run now. Fabinho into Wijnaldum. Pass back to Gomez. What's happened to Van Dijk's eyebrow? I'm not sure. I did see that just before. Looks like there was maybe some Vaseline on his eyebrow. Milner, poor ball, looking down the line for Mane. Nowhere near the Senegalese, and Rob Holding can pass it back to Emile Martinez. To David Luiz, poor touch, put himself under pressure and had to just kick it out for a throw-in. Aimed towards Kieran Tierney, the Scotsman, but too much on it from David Luiz. Unforced error for sure. Thrown into Salah. Back towards Nico Williams. Going to get a cross into the box. He can. It's towards Milner with a free header and it's over the bar. Great ball in from Nico Williams, the 19-year-old Welshman. Touch out of his feet. Curled in very nicely. Was over the head of Mane. Bellerin, I think, questioning Saka there, who just let him free. Yeah, Saka was some poor marking. Well, Bellerin and Saka, one of them should have at least picked him up. Allowed Milner to get the free header and blazed over the bar, unfortunately. But Arsenal play out from the back here with Bellerin on the right-hand side. Curls it down the line for Saka. He's inside the Liverpool half, one-on-one with Van Dijk. Goes for the switch to Aubameyang. It's over Nico Williams. Great ball from Saka. Aubameyang on the left, cuts in, outside of the box with a strike, and what a goal from Aubameyang! He scored 2 in the semi-final, he scored 2 in the final, he's back with another goal at Wembley against Liverpool today, and it is a lovely finish, and a great play from Arsenal to get it out from the back, through the goalkeeper, down the line to Saka. Saw that Nico Williams may have been a weakness down the Liverpool right-hand side, used Aubameyang, cut in a little too easily, no real pressure on Aubameyang when taking the shot, was able to open his body, curl it into that bottom right corner, a little bit of dip, out of the reach of Alisson. No way the Brazilian keeper can save that. Lovely finish, right into that side netting within the goal. And Arsenal take an early lead in the Community Shield final. Lovely, oh what a goal from Aubameyang. That's why they need to sign him up on another contract. If they're paying Mesut Ozil 350 grand a week and he does nothing but stay at home, then I think Aubameyang deserves similar kind of money if that's what they need to give him to make him stay. But it is 1-0 to Arsenal within 12 minutes. I really want to put Aubameyang. I think you might be a Liverpool fan, I think. But yeah, it's a lovely goal though. There can't be any complaining really from Liverpool. As they are on the edge of the box here with Mane, looks over the box. I think for Nico Williams or Firmino, didn't reach either of them, and it's cleared. Aubameyang can chase. Gomez gets there first. Goes inside towards Nico Williams. Tackled by Maitland-Niles. Throw-in, taken quickly, thrown back to Joe Gomez. But yeah, it's a lovely finish. Well worked out from Martinez, holding Bellerin down that right-hand side and El Neni. Then Saka didn't fancy taking on Van Dijk, so decided to look for a switch. Found it, and then Aubameyang's individual skill from there punished that Liverpool defence. As Gomez has passed it out for a throw-in for Arsenal. I think tried to find Nico Williams on the right, but he wasn't there. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We're 1 away from 430, so another nice landmark to hit with the new season now. I think there's going to be another commentary next week on Thursday. It's going to be Spain versus Germany in the Nations League. If you would like to see that, then let me know. Because I think of doing that. I think it'd be a good one. As they're throwing it down the line, Nico Williams wins his header inside. It's Van Dijk who has to sweep up and concede another throw-in, but right towards that halfway line. Me and Alba have a rough history. Liverpool Yeah. Well, there was that Europa League game, wasn't there, when you actually beat Dortmund 4-3. I think Aubameyang scored that day. I want to literally punch you. Oh, come on, calm it down. It's just a comment. No need for that. So it's holding. Ball into the feet of Saka on the halfway line. Dropped off to Nketiah. Holds it up nicely. And feeds Bellerin inside to El Neni. Back towards David Luiz. Granit Xhaka. To Tierney. Can he get it down the line? Now forced back to David Luiz again. Tell us more about your overface. I feel like there's going to be a bit of an argument in the chat now. I'm going to have to be careful. As Arsenal try and play out from the back, it's El Neni down the line looking for, well, holding he found. He was looking down the line, but deflected off Mane. So Arsenal do have the throw-in. It's a good start from the Gunners. Well, that switch from Saka was beautiful. Nicely glided ball. Obviously now the new number 7 for Arsenal, signing a new contract. Included a number change. Then number 14 for Arsenal. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang was able to swipe it home. Sorry, I've been drinking. Okay, that's fine. Just try and keep it calm in the chat, please. Switched Bellerin. Saka's down the line again. You can't find him. Good interception from Robertson, but El Neni picks it up, and I think it was a pullback there from El Neni on Robertson to win the ball. So it'll be a free kick for Liverpool, taking it quickly by Robertson down the line, down left towards Milner. Forced backwards to Robertson, over to Joe Gomez. He's got Nico Williams on his right, but he'll go for a diagonal switch to the left to Mane. Holding rises to win the header. Can only flick it behind him towards the corner flag, but avoids the corner. Nicely done, gets in front of Mane to only concede the throw-in. Good defending from Rob Holding. Did just have the height there on Mane, as he is 6'2" and Mane is 5'9". Throw-in taken. Robertson goes for the cross. Again, bounces off an Arsenal man for another throw-in, I think. Thrown back towards Van Dijk into Gomez. Fabinho is able to offload back to Van Dijk. That's Wijnaldum back to Gomez. Picked up by Nketiah, and many are over here. Xhaka through the middle. Goes to Saka on his right. 1-on-1 with Van Dijk. Pulls it back though to Nketiah. Great strike. Even better save. Had to get down low to his left there, Alisson. Nketiah started that by picking it up on the halfway line. And Xhaka with a nice pass to Saka. An even better pass from Saka into Nketiah with some good vision. Fabinho couldn't track back. A shot and a good save from Alisson. Stopped Arsenal from doubling their lead. Poor though from Gomez on the halfway line there. Too easily picked up. Justin, can you describe the goal a bit for us, please? Let me just do this corner and then I will do. It was crap. It wasn't crap. It was a good goal. But yeah, I will describe the goal just in a second. Let me just do this corner. Good goal, though, I think, anyway. Play Saka for an in-swinger to take it. Swung in straight into Alisson. So yeah, they just played out from the back. They had a goal kick, Arsenal. More on the right-hand side within Holding, Bellerin and El Neni. Worked it out down the right to Bellerin as Liverpool attempted a counter-attack around the corner, but Martinez can collect. So down the right, and then Bellerin sent it towards Saka, and on the halfway line, he was one-on-one with Van Dijk. Then cut onto his left and switched it towards Aubameyang, and he was around 25 yards out from goal on the left-hand side, cut in onto his right, bent it towards the far corner, dipped in into the bottom right corner, and it was a lovely goal. All he does is carry Arsenal in the FA Cup semi-final. He destroyed Man City so easily while he was supporting City in the match, and then in the final he scored such cheap goals, in my opinion. I almost punched my TV. Whenever he plays, he ruins my day. He scores like every time. I know Aubameyang is a really big player for Arsenal in these games. Like I said, 2 in the semi-final, 2 in the final, and now 1 in the Community Shield. Liverpool have it with Nico Williams again looking for Firmino, picked up by Tierney. Couldn't play it to another Arsenal man, so Firmino picks it up around 30 yards out. He's got it to Wijnaldum, to Salah on the right. Looks for Nico Williams, can't quite prod it towards him. Out for a goal kick for Arsenal. Good run from Williams, trying to get through the Arsenal defence. Just couldn't quite find the pass there. Mohamed Salah. He should be careful. TVs aren't cheap. They aren't cheap. That is true. He's a player. Questionable techers. Brilliant. Cheers. You're doing that standard job. Okay. Cheers. But yeah, goal kick taken. Picked up by Wijnaldum into Milner. Finds Firmino. Not on the same wavelengths as Wijnaldum as he made a different run. And Saka can pick up the loose ball. Into El Neni. Now Xhaka. High line here from Liverpool. And Maitland-Niles can find Aubameyang on the left. Oh, got stuck under his feet. Had to slow down and look for Tierney. And he's got it on the left-hand side. Again, one-on-one with Nico Williams. Forced back towards Aubameyang. Met by Salah. Forced again to Maitland-Niles. And now it's David Luiz with a dinked ball towards the left towards Tierney. Is he onside? I think he is. Tierney puts it across towards Saka. Easily collected by Alisson. Doing a better job than this guy anyway. I don't know what game he's watching. I don't know what I don't know what you're confusing me, mate, so I'm just going to get rid of you. Because I don't know what you're going on about. Okay, I'll deal with that. You're annoying me. There we go. Sorry about that. He said he was drinking, and that's obviously a clear show of why he was being a little bit annoying in the chat there. Robertson into Firmino. Dink towards Nico Williams. Found himself on the box on the far right-hand side. Cuts in on the left. Strikes. Deflected. Falls to Milner, who decides to have a go himself. And then he can block. Just falls straight back to Van Dijk. My man's been drinking too. Yeah, maybe too much. Sorry, he's just being cheeky and I didn't like it. But a dinked ball to Milner. Hooked over his head towards Firmino. Nicely read by Holding. Cleared away and flicked on by Maitland-Niles. And once more by Aubameyang. Falls for a Liverpool throw-in. But yeah, I just wanted to get rid of him. He was being just too cheeky. But yeah, thanks for that comment, mate. Saying brilliant. Cheers, mate. You're doing an outstanding job. I'm presuming that was directed at me, not the guy I've just had to remove. It's Nico Williams on the ball for Liverpool. Obviously behind, not like the last fixture between these two. Liverpool took the lead at the Emirates in front of that empty ground, but Robertson gets into Wijnaldum. Finds Milner, looks in the box for Firmino. Deflected away by Tierney. Met again by Tierney as Milner went to try and pick up the seconds. Robertson looking for the ball down the left. Van Dijk's on it and he will use Robertson. I'm tuning at half time. Pay attention to it. That's fine, mate. That is fine. Robertson over to Van Dijk. Great defensive structure here from Arsenal. As Robertson tries to break that defensive structure by running down the line, and he's just dribbled it out there. Ran out of room, Robertson. But yeah, like I said, if you try to be cheeky in the chat or you're disrupting my commentary by cheeky comments, you will be removed. But that's like the first time that's happened, so. Doesn't happen often, but, you know, when it does, it has to be done. Because I don't want it to be disturbing any of your viewing. Because obviously my prime focus is to give you a best description of this game as Arsenal do win a foul with Xhaka. Inside the Arsenal half, bundled over by James Milner. I feel like Granit Xhaka's really improved under Mikel Arteta. Whenever I've watched him under Arteta, especially in the restart, he's been quite good. Granit Xhaka, especially against Manchester City, he was fantastic in that centre midfield role. Alongside Dani Ceballos, obviously not there anymore. Back to Real Madrid. And El Neni is his partner instead for this game as David Luiz took that free kick. Maitland-Niles couldn't keep it in with a touch. Throw in for Liverpool. Mikel Arteta obviously very vocal on the touchline, as many people have said, and I've heard it myself before. Very, very vocal as Arsenal won it back with Xhaka into Saka. Van Dijk meets it and he leaves it for Wijnaldum. His pass has gone astray and find Bellerin. He's gone down the line looking for Nketiah. Met with Joe Gomez. Takes him down. Nketiah and Gomez wins a free kick for Liverpool. Poor ball though from Wijnaldum there. Didn't really do much creatively last season, Gini Wijnaldum. Didn't even pick up an assist in the league. And did pick 4 goals and did score in the 3-2 loss to Atletico Madrid. That was the game that Liverpool did get knocked out of the Champions League. But he needs to pick it up a little bit, Wijnaldum. That was really poor. Could have cost them if Arsenal were a bit more potent with their attacking. They've worked it to Milner down the right. Back towards Fabinho on the halfway on the right. Milner. Back towards Joe Gomez. He's got a switch on of Robertson. Will he use him? No, he just turns back to Nico Williams. That's actually Milner. Over the top long ball. Very unlike Liverpool there. Straight to Martinez. Was looking for the target man of Mane there, but couldn't quite find him. It's into Bellerin. El Neni. Bellerin. Back towards the holding inside the Arsenal box. Goes over towards David Luiz. Poor ball from Arsenal. Trying to play out from the back, and Nico Williams can bring it forward. Met by Aubameyang. Big sliding tackle from the Gabonese. And it's a free kick there. Nketiah working back, trying to win a free kick, and he did on Fabinho as he tried to hold the ball up. Big tackle from Aubameyang, came off the head of El Neni, and then Nketiah looked to pick the ball up and was just dragged down by by Fabinho. Aubameyang is the player that are separating these two sides at the moment. A lovely goal that was into the bottom right corner as David Luiz done a fantastic switch to Hector Bellerin, forced back to El Neni, and he's forced even further back to Holding. Over to David Luiz, touch, releases to Aubameyang, in behind on the left, couldn't quite bring it down. He did bounce in front of him, but he got in behind Nico Williams again, and that's going to be a danger area for Liverpool if they don't sort it out. As Fabinho tries to claim it by Tierney towards Nketiah, heads it down to Aubameyang. Clipped in towards Xhaka. Forced away over to the right. To Saka. He's got Bellerin on the overlap. Doesn't use him. Uses Nketiah instead. He strikes it over the bar. No real problem there for Alisson. Saka picked it up. And had Bellerin, which probably would have been the better option, onto his right. Used Nketiah instead. I think he tried to use Gomez to curl it around him. Did get it around him, but no, didn't get his foot around the ball. Sky high over the bar. Do have the goal kick. Gomez. Forced to Nico Williams. Going to bring it forward towards the halfway line. To Fabinho. Wijnaldum to Fabinho. Robertson's there on the left. Doesn't use him, just goes into Wijnaldum again. Fabinho. Here goes Milner on that left, like I've been talking about. Robertson made a run inside, so he's not there to support Milner. Forced back towards Van Dijk. Now to Milner again. Brought down. Played into Mane. Can he take on Holding? Tries a cross, deflected to the edge of the box to Fabinho. Tries to hook at him himself. Dangerous. Xhaka heads. Helped away with the volley by Ainsley Maitland-Niles. All the way back to Van Dijk. Over to centre-back partner Joe Gomez. Van Dijk again. To James Milner. Was it in the squad for the last game between these two sides again at the Emirates in that 2-1 defeat for Liverpool? Wasn't even the squad. 34 Englishmen. As El Neni's tripped Fabinho on the centre circle. Apologise, I think it was an accidental trip. Relax, Nketiah, you're not Aubameyang yet. And yeah, tried it, just didn't get the bend around it, Nketiah, for that attempt. Liverpool still knocking at the door. With Van Dijk over to Milner. Robertson still pushed right up against Holding here. And Milner tries to go for it, but deflects his pass back towards him. He's crossed it towards Salah, headed away by Tierney. And it's Wijnaldum. Flicks it to the right-hand side to Nico Williams. He uses Gomez. He goes for a cross. Looking for Milner on the left. Great touch from the former Manchester City player. And he crosses it in. Xhaka heads away. He's going to fall back to Gomez. Just lays it down with his head back to Fabinho. Now Van Dijk again. Into Milner. Fabinho. Robertson. Van Dijk just above the halfway line. He goes for a lovely switch to Nico Williams. Brought down by the Welshman, but Maitland-Niles can pick it up and only chip it down the line towards Aubameyang, but Wijnaldum picked it up and Nico Williams gets it to Gomez. Back towards Virgil van Dijk. He's beat Arsenal only 4 times in his 9 appearances against the Gunners. Not scored yet. Did have one, though. It was cancelled out with an offside. That was before Arsenal made it 1-0, as it's Milner over to Gomez. Finds Nico Williams. 1-on-1 with Maitland-Niles. Has to turn back and lay it off to Gomez again. Struggling to get past Maitland-Niles, Nico Williams. But Van Dijk's worked over to the other side to Robertson. Into Mane, sorry. 1-2 with Firmino. Dragged down there. And Robertson gets it across. Wijnaldum threw himself at it. Couldn't quite get there, and it's fell back to Nico Williams. He'll send it back in the box, looking for Mane. Heads it towards Robertson. In the box, headed away by Luiz. Scuffed to Mane. Volley. Blocked by Tierney. Fabinho keeps it alive, but El Neni sends long again. Van Dijk heads it down towards Saka. And Arsenal have the ball back. With holding back to the goalkeeper, Martinez is able to distribute towards Aubameyang. Oh, he brings it down. And he keeps it in. Oh, no, he doesn't. I was going to say that would be a wonderful skill if Aubameyang was able to keep that in. But yeah, Milner down that left-hand side is he's going to be used as a real weapon, I think, because he's getting in those areas and they're not really picking him up on that left, and he's getting some good crosses in. But good back heel and a 1-2 from Mane. Was pulled down again. Slight maybe question of a dive there. Wouldn't surprise me because they are the king of diving, Liverpool. Shown many times last season during commentaries, which annoyed me the most. Went down well to just threw himself to the ground for no reason. But it's Milner. Found himself on the right hand side this time instead. Brings it into the Arsenal half. He's going to look for a man in red. It goes Nico Williams. We're back over to James Milner. James Milner obviously a great Premier League career. Winning the league with Manchester City. That goes alongside his 538 appearances in the Premier League with 55 goals. It's unbelievable. As Arsenal play out from the back, as they've won it with Saka on the right-hand side. Not got any options ahead of him. He's surrounded by Robertson, Van Dijk and Wijnaldum. Forced back to El Neni. Into the midfield to Xhaka. Can they work it on the left where there's a little bit more room? And he will do to Aubameyang. He's got Tierney overlapping. And he'll use him as well. Gets there ahead of Nico Williams. Pulls it back towards Maitland-Niles. Touching the box. Goes one more to Nketiah. Heavy touch. Can be tackled by Robertson. It's a good chance that in the box. And Liverpool need to get it clear with Salah. He's found himself drifting towards the left-hand side. Goes into Mane. Dummies it. 1-on-1 with Holding still. Going to have to read this well. The former Bolton man. He gets it into Salah on the edge of the box. Completes a 1-2. I think Mane was offside, was he? No, he wasn't. They continue. On the left-hand side of the box, great tackle from Holding, well too easily. Won by Holding, but it was the aggression that won it for him there. Mane didn't expect that sudden attempt of a tackle, and Arsenal win it back here. And it's Maitland-Niles at the left wing-back. With the performances of Maitland-Niles, especially in the semi-final and the final of the FA Cup in the first 33 minutes of this game, I don't know why they'd want to sell him, Arsenal. He's looked really good on that left-hand side. Not even his weak side, I think. I think he's right-footed. Linked with Wolves, and he wants to play more in the central midfield, but I just don't guess where he would play in that midfield for Wolves. They've got, Neves, Dendoncker, Moutinho, so I just don't get where he'd fit unless he's settled as a right wing back now, or a wing back in general, left or right. El Neni with the ball, back to Holding, uses Luiz, back to Emi Martinez. To Holding, down the line for Saka. Heavy touch, has to head it down towards Bellerin. He heads it back towards Saka. Couldn't keep it in on that left-hand side of Liverpool's, and they have a throw-in. It will be Robertson to take. Robertson, 13 assists last year in the league. Going to look for some more next year. Obviously wants to beat Trent. See if they can get more assists than each other. Liverpool do have the ball with Van Dijk. Back to Robertson. It was 12 assists. I thought it was. I thought it was 12. Can't read my own writing. There we go. It's Van Dijk over to Wijnaldum. He's dropped into like a centre-back position to try and keep the ball here for Liverpool. Alisson lays it in front to Joe Gomez. He actually only featured in 6 of the first 15 league games, Joe Gomez, last year, which is a good chunk of the season. Started 2, and the other 4 appearances in that 6 of the 15 were only like minute substitute appearances, as Mane's away on the left. I thought that had gone out of play, but it hadn't. He continues down the line, gets a crossing, well dealt with by Luiz. Back to Mane from the clearance, lays it on to Milner on the edge of the box. Has to get it to the Robertson on the left. He gets a dangerous cross into the box, and Salah misses out, and Nico Williams can't keep it in, and it'll be an Arsenal throw-in. Very, very dangerous there. Was Mane able to keep this in? Yeah, not all of the ball went out there. I don't think it did. Very close. Some of the ball definitely went out. Yeah, like I was saying, a great career, great season for Gomez to kickstart his career. Like I said, only starting 6 of the first 15 league games. That's not really calling for your next first team centre back. And like I said, 4 of those were very minute limited substitute appearances. So he's done really well to establish his place in the first team. As Liverpool do win it back on that right hand side from the throw. Sneaker Williams flicks it over his head and over Maitland-Niles' head and gets a crossing. It's dangerous again over the head of everyone. And Mane can retreat the ball. Great skill from Williams to get the crossing and beat Maitland-Niles. Inside to Salah in the box. So he finds his way back to Robertson. To his right to Milner. Once more to Gomez. Gets onto his left and shoots. It was very optimistic from Joe Gomez. Talking about how he's established himself in the first team. And he's definitely not an established first team scorer, that's for sure. And his shooting ability was shown there well over the bar. We are still at 1-0 to Arsenal. I think this has been a fantastic start for the Gunners. They know they wouldn't be favourites in terms of the game itself and possession, so they've played to their strengths. With that 3 at the back, it worked against City, worked against Chelsea. And it's working here now, as it's short to Xhaka, back to Martinez, pressed by Wijnaldum. Holding keeps it in, down the line to Bellerin. His touches got it away from him, and it's a throw-in for Liverpool. He knows that was poor. A little bit of a head in hands there. Thrown down to Mane, met by Bellerin. El Neni can pick it up right in his corner flag, back to Holding. Touch, clearance, comes off Milner. Out for a goal kick. Good defending from Rob Holding. He's had a very, very good first 37 minutes, Holding, especially against Mane. That's very difficult to deal with. Obviously, William Saliba will be definitely going for that first team spot ahead of him. Signed last summer, actually, for 27 million, but they loaned him out back to St Etienne last year, where he made 12 league appearances with the no goals. Only has 76 appearances to his name as a professional in senior football, but he looks a fantastic player, William Saliba. 6'4", young French. He looks like the whole package, really. As they've cleared it long, Van Dijk wins the header as far as Maitland-Niles. Scrap in the midfield, but Xhaka can poke it to Aubameyang and he forces it towards Tierney, and Arsenal have the ball back with Emi Martinez. Well, one back there from Arsenal. Liverpool could have easily won that and gotten a counter-attack. But it's Martinez. On the 6-yard box to his left to David Luiz. Very risky play here from Arsenal. Dinked over Salah and finds Tierney. Inside to Xhaka as he brings it forward for Arsenal. Over towards El Neni, who I think has also had a decent game. Obviously, like I said, on loan to Besiktas last year. That was under Emery's control, but David Luiz is really poor pass and he's giving it to Wijnaldum. He finds Salah into Milner. Wijnaldum right on the edge of the box here. Salah again. Takes multiple touches and looks for Robertson down the left and he finds him. He gets it across. Great slide tackle interception by Hector Bellerin and he concedes a corner. Great pass from Salah there to get it through the small gap where Robertson had made a lovely run down that left. Caught out Bukayo Saka and Bellerin keeps saying Saka needs to wake up a little bit, way too easy, and he let him know there, Hector Bellerin. But that all came from a poor David Luiz pass. We know how good he can be on the ball at times, especially with those long diagonal passes, but that was not one of his best for sure. It is Robertson to swing it in, Holding meets it and heads it away towards Milner. He's got Robertson to his left and he will use him. And Robertson, can he get a better crossing? No, he can't. Met by El Neni at the near post. It's going to be another corner. Yeah, El Neni, I'm very impressed with so far. Number 25 for Arsenal this year. Not played for Arsenal since the 12th of May 2019, and that was against Burnley. But he's come back in, obviously, under new management. It seems he's kicked off in the right direction. He's Corner's been worked back towards Nico Williams, who swings it in. Xhaka heads away to the edge of the box where Milner chests it down into Mane. Twist, turn, shoots, blocked. Corner again. Knocking at the door here, Liverpool. I feel like Arsenal need half-time, which is only 5 minutes away. But just to stop any of this Liverpool momentum building so far up that they get a goal from it, that's not what Arsenal want right now. Quickly taken into Firmino. He turns in the box. Dribbles, tries to get it past Xhaka, can't quite do so. It is cleared away to Fabinho. And Robertson can again swing it in towards Mane. Flicks to the back post. Van Dijk can't meet it for that first goal against Arsenal that he's looking for. Just evaded him at the back post. And Arsenal have got away with another one. Great ball in from Robertson. Flicked on by Mane. Just prodded the foot out there, Van Dijk. And couldn't meet it. I don't think Mane's intention was just to flick it towards Van Dijk. I think he was aiming for goal. But it was nearly a perfect assist there for the Senegalese. Didn't quite happen for him. Stays at 1-0. So the Premier League does return on the 12th of September, when my commentary of the Nations League game of Spain-Germany, that is supposed to be going ahead next week. I'll let you know of the commentary that is going to be taking place for the Premier League next week on that day, so make sure you're in that stream to find out. And obviously, subscribe and notifications on, and you'll know when I go live anyway. As Arsenal have it, with Bellerin down the right, inside to Saka. Can he get that switch again to Aubameyang? Lays it off to El Neni instead, down the wing looking for Bellerin. Finds him, back to El Neni. Towards Xhaka, good creation of space there, and then chips it towards Aubameyang, who will bring it down on the chest. He's going to run at Nico Williams, he's going to be favourable, goes down the line instead to Maitland-Niles, tries to get a cross in, it's a good one, right over to the box where Milner has to deal with it against Bellerin, does so, concedes the throw in. Had to be dangerous there though, Liverpool, because Maitland-Niles didn't really seem favourable to get a good cross in there, but that was really dangerous towards the back post. From the 22-year-old. Bellerin with the throw-in into El Neni. Going to force it down the line, try to take on Milner. Force back to Bellerin. Puts it through the legs of Mane. Takes on Fabinho. What a run from Bellerin. Lays it backwards towards Xhaka. Over to Kieran Tierney. Uses Aubameyang. Again, he's one-on-one with Nico Williams. He lets him, cuts inside. Lays it off to Tierney, who strikes. It's deflected, and it'll be a corner for Arsenal. When Arsenal do get forward, they do look very dangerous. Bellerin with a great run down that right-hand side there. Popped it through the legs of Mane. It's usually the other way around. Mane nutmegging defenders, not defenders nutmegging him. But well worked. Aubameyang unselfish. Laid it off to Tierney. Struck it. Came off the back of the leg of Gomez for a corner. Got David Luiz to aim in for there. They've got Rob Holding as well. Aubameyang and Nketiah. Can they find any of them? It'll be Saka to swing it in. Right arm in the air. Crossed in. Headed away by Virgil van Dijk. And Bellerin can keep it alive with him heading it towards Maitland-Niles. He heads it back towards Tierney. Looking for a ball over the top towards Aubameyang. He's offside, says the referees. He did get it across the box, but Alisson collects anyway, just in case. Tierney's just flicked over his head, and Liverpool did well to push out as quick as they could and caught Aubameyang offside. Let's have a look here. I think he's onside there, Aubameyang. If Liverpool look over the top, Martinez can collect and throw straight away to Bellerin. I don't think he was offside there, Aubameyang, but it didn't matter anyway. It didn't lead to a goal as Bellerin tries to take on Fabinho, and he does do so and lays it off to Xhaka. Good skill from him to pass Salah, and finds Tierney, who then releases Nketiah down the left. Swaps positions with Aubameyang for a second, looks for Tierney on the overlap. Couldn't quite do so as he was knocked off balance, which made his pass wayward, and wins a free kick there for Arsenal. Maitland-Niles was the one with the ball there. Yeah, pushed over. So it wasn't Nketiah, it was Maitland-Niles. It just pushed over there. Saka to take. Takes a quick one, looking for Aubameyang in the box. Tries to flick it into the mixer again. It's Van Dijk who wins his header. Falls back to Tierney. He then chips it down the left for Saka, who is onside, and he wins it against Nico Williams. Heads it down with a great touch. Across the box, looking for Nketiah. Falls all the way to the back post towards Luiz. Gomez gets a vital touch to it against David Luiz, and that slows down the ball, so he's able to keep it in. It's El Neni into David Luiz. Tries to look for Bellerin, making an underlapping run, but deflects off Gomez for a throw-in. very unlucky there. Saka with a great touch with his head to get it into his path. And looked for Nketiah. Van Dijk was there just in case, and then Gomez was able to just tap it away. Can Arsenal maybe double the lead before half time? They look dangerous when coming forward and solid in defence. Bellerin with his throw-in. He's down to Saka. Back to Bellerin. Can they get out of this situation? He's fouled by Mane. Apparently did get pickpocketed there by Sadio Mane, but referee said a foul. If you haven't subscribed, please do stay around for half time and you'll learn about the content coming up for the next few weeks. Bellerin, just kicked the back of his foot there, Mane. That allowed Bellerin to lose the ball there. 1 minute added on play, 20 seconds of it. Dangerous area this for a free kick. It'll be Saka's in-swinger or a Bellerin out-swinger on the right-hand side. Like I said, they've got people to aim for, like I listed before. It'll be Saka to take. Crosses it in towards David Luiz. A great foot in there by Robertson to avoid it aiming for the Brazilian. Cleared away and it'll be a throw-in for Arsenal. That was aiming towards David Luiz and he just had to hook a ball away there, Robertson, before it could have led to danger. We've played the allocated minute of added on time, and that's when the referee will blow his whistle for the half-time stage. It is Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0. A fantastic Aubameyang finish separates the teams. There was an early Van Dijk goal, which was disallowed for offside, and rightly so. But other than that, Liverpool being on top with in terms of possession, but Arsenal have been on top defensively, cancelling any kind of real chances. There's been a few dangerous crosses from Robertson that have just evaded the attacking front three of Liverpool. But a deserving lead for Arsenal going into the break. But if Liverpool maybe step it up a couple of gears, we could have a completely different second half. But for now, it is Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0. If you want to say anything about the game in the chat, please do. We can have a conversation for the next 15 or so minutes. Oh. Half time. There we go. We had a very interesting half for that. I thought Arsenal were exactly how they were in the FA Cup games, which was just fantastic. Didn't do much wrong defensively, very strong, and they still have that Saliba to come in as well. Looks like they signed another centre-back with Gabriel from Lille. So really improving under Arteta, clearly backing him. Be on the 3rd of September at 7:45. If it is televised somewhere I can watch, I will do the commentary of Germany versus Spain. Group D match day 1 of the Nations League. I think that'll be a good game to do, so I will do that one, actually. But again, a very weird stage to start the Nations League, but I'm presuming it has to be done. So that's fair enough if it does. But yeah, I'll do that game because I do start school again next Thursday. So it's going to be hard to get notes done for the certain games. So yeah, I'll do that one though on the 3rd of September. That's no problem, no issue. I can do that. Or can I? Because I do have training. What time? I think I have training 6 till 7 or 5 till 6. I should be okay for that. I should be okay. Should be all good. Still want to punch out. But honestly, you can't really have too many complaints about the goal because it was good skill. To be fair, it wasn't like a fluky goal or anything. It was a good manufactured goal. Yeah, very strange. The Nations League set up, but the fact that they've just threw it in there now, just very strange. I think that's the only game I'll do though through the Nations League on the 3rd of September, and then you'll have to wait until the 12th of September for the next commentary, which is obviously the Premier League returning again. See, I'll do the Germany-Spain one. I think that's something different, an international game. Then you'll just have to wait about 9 days' time for another commentary. But like I said, there's going to be content within that space of time. We'll have the Football Manager still, link in the description for that. It's getting interesting. Go and click on that recent episode if you'd like. Even if you don't want to watch it, if you just give me a view, that helps the channel grow. If you're not interested in watching the series, because we are quite a way through it. Now I've got Football Talk new series, replacing the podcast. They are podcast style episodes, some of them. Like the first one was with Harvey, around 50-minute chat around Ben Chilwell signing, Messi's linked with City and Harry Maguire's incident, I'll say, in Greece. But then the next episode, that is going to be next week, I think. I don't know what day, or it might not be next week because obviously the commentary, so I want to kind of space out the content that I put out on here. But some point soon, within the next week or two, there'll be an episode 2, and that'll be a tier list. With me and Harvey are going to try and rank players. Let me find it here. And the best, it says top 55 players in the world right now. So that'll be interesting to do. Got S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, E tier, F tier, and G tier. So obviously they're all very, very good players, but within those players, that's how we're going to rank it. So like, literally all of them are insane, but one of the players is Eriksen. So within this group of players, he might be an F player, even though obviously he's not an F player in general, but in this group of players, he's kind of that. So it'll be interesting to do. See, Football Manager episodes will continue. I'm going to have a bit of a break, though, from them. The next one will be probably like next, maybe, it might be Tuesday. And then we'll have a break. I'll put one out Tuesday, and then we'll have a break until like the Tuesday after. So we'll have like a week's break from the Football Manager videos, because I don't want to put the episode out on the commentary day as well. No point putting 2 videos out on the same day when I can space them out a little bit more. So that'll be interesting, because if we have a look at the squads as well, let me get it up. Where is it there? If we look at the Germany squad, hopefully it will. It's Joachim Low, isn't it, still? And he had a massive like revamp of the squad after that World Cup disappointment in 2018. So the goalkeepers are Baumann from Hoffenheim, Leno of Arsenal, and Trapp of Frankfurt, and then Ginter and Gosens from Atalanta, a left winger / left wing back. Kehrer from PSG. I'm just not going to pronounce that. Freiburg, sent up as a defender just in case I get it wrong. Koch. Just going to pretend how I don't know how to pronounce that just in case. Kosh. That could be it, actually. Kosh. I'm going to say it's Kosh. Yeah, Rudiger, Schul, Sule, Tar, Brandt, Chan, Draxler, Gundogan of Manchester City, Havertz, Kroos, Neuhauser, Sane, Sadar of Schalke, who's good. When I watched him against Dortmund, I know Schalke lost that game, but he was one of the bright sparks. Werner and Waldschmidt, I don't know who he is, Benfica, he's in the squad. And then, I don't think there's any strikers in the Spain team, because I know that was I spoke about topic. They have De Gea, Kepa, and Unai Simon of Athletic. I think that's Bilbao. And then Jesus Navas, Carvajal, Ramos, Pau Torres, Diego Llorente, Gaia, Reguilon, who Sevilla won the Europa League. He was fantastic. Eric Garcia of Man City, he's in. And then Fabian Ruiz, Thiago, Sergio Busquets, Rodri, Marino of Sociedad, Dani Olmo of Leipzig, then Rodriguez of Real Madrid, Oscar Rodriguez. Hold on. Yeah, played under, I think he played for Leganés last year, Oscar Rodriguez. Yeah, 30 games, 9 goals, 2 assists, decent record. That'll be interesting to see if he plays. And then Rodrigo's just signed for Leeds. Oyarzabal of Sociedad, I think that's how you say it. Oyarzabal. I'll have to do some research into that. Adama Traoré, Asensio, Ansu Fati, and Ferran Torres. Again, no striker there, so that'll be interesting. I mean, I'm looking forward to that game. I'll star that so I can use that for the notes to prepare for that game. So yeah, just make sure you're there for that commentary very, very soon. What happens to Marsh? Well, he's currently banned. I can unban him at any point, but I have no intentions of doing that because why would I want someone to watch the stream when they're just coming here cheeky to people like you who are, quite loyal viewers. You've been in quite a lot of the recent ones, and you're interactive and you're nice in the chat. Why would I let someone try and be cheeky? Especially when someone's trying to give me a compliment and he went, "Oh yeah, cheers," like it was for him. It's like, just don't, He might not understand how we work in this channel. We're very, calm and, we just have nice conversations. There's never really had to experience any hate at all or any arguments within the chat. He wasn't even being argumentative. He was just annoying me because I'm trying to concentrate on the game, and then usually when I get something in the chat, it's something to do with the game, and then he was just commenting on things you were commenting when he didn't have to, and I had to try and So he was just basically annoying me to the fact that you are not here to listen to my commentary. You're here just to annoy people and try and be funny. So yeah, that's what happened. But second half will be back very, very soon. Just on TV here is the trailer for the Tottenham All or Nothing. The City one was unbelievable, but I think this one will just be a lot more entertaining. When's it going to be released? This is coming soon. I love the City one, especially with Prime Video. I thought it was unbelievable. But the Tottenham one I think is going to be a little bit more entertaining with some of the incidents that happened. Obviously, Pochettino sacking, Lloris Son fight. There's just a few more, departures of, Eriksen, plays like that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Him in a nutshell. He said, didn't he? I've had too much to drink. It's like that's just a bad start straight away because when you've had too much to drink, you're already a little bit tipsy. So yeah, just he didn't obviously know how our chat functions, and I don't think he knew how to function himself as he was obviously a little drunk. Yeah, we're just very calm in here. We have a nice conversation, and like I said, I've never had to experience any much hate at all, or any. So I don't remove many people. I think that's the first time I've ever done, removed anyone like that. So it happens. It does happen. But I've dealt with it, so he won't be coming back. Should have really gave him a timeout warning, but then that probably would have gone through one ear and out the other because he was obviously drunk, so he probably wouldn't have listened. He just would have gone, "Sure, mate." If you aren't subscribed, please do. We are on 429 subscribers. Lovely. Very, very good. Very thankful for the amount of progress we made on this channel. I started the commentaries. Obviously, I mentioned this before, and I'm not going to go through it again, but obviously I used to do match reactions to my team when they played on this channel. I did live streams years ago. These were about 4 years ago now. And I did build quite a following from that. I had about 270 subscribers. I was very proud of what I did, especially for my age. That's a decent amount of subscribers. And then I stopped, and then I just picked up the channel again, and I had about 270, and now we're on 430 pretty much. So we've gained a lot of subscribers from the commentaries, which is great. Obviously, a new season now hopefully won't be disrupted as much as last year's, because obviously we did go about 3-4 months without a commentary, which is frustrating because I do enjoy it very much. Just enjoyed watching football in general, but with what happened, you can't really do much about it. So I'm just glad it's back. Hopefully, of no second. Or there has been kind of like a second wave, but hopefully not like a winter wave of COVID-19. Because, like I said, I'm back in school Thursday. Haven't been back since March, so that's going to be very strange. I've literally not been back to school in about 5-6 months. I'm ready. Obviously, like, in terms of the work on the channel, will have to be reduced a little bit because I'm into my last year on GCSEs. It's tense. It's a lot of work. So the commentaries will be still one every weekend. I'm hoping, but on some incidents, it might not be a commentary on 1 week because something's come up. But I'm hoping to keep it at one a week. We'll just have to see what happens. I can't read the future, can I? So that's what I'm guessing anyway. It's just very stressful time. But yeah, second half underway. I mean, it'll be interesting to see if Klopp makes any changes, and if he does, who. Because Liverpool wasn't playing bad, to be fair to them. They were getting it to that left-hand side. They were getting the crosses in. Jean and Mash are different people. Oh, yeah, I know. You put in that comment saying, brilliant, cheers, mate, you're doing an outstanding job. I'm presuming that was maybe directed towards me, not Mash. And then Mash just went, cheers, mate, like, taking it away. I was like, why are you being cheeky like that? What's for the sarcasm? This wasn't needed. See, I do know the different people. Well, that's why he's not banned, look. His comment's still there. All of Mash's are gone. See, I do know the different people. Yeah, the players are coming back out, though. For the second half. Just get this timer ready. Liverpool are out first. Arsenal followed behind. Aubameyang goal settles the two sides. A Van Dijk offside goal was a lead for Liverpool that they had for not very long. They might have gone. They might have had the lead for about 5 seconds until the offside flag did go up. But other than that, Liverpool have just been limited to crosses, which have been dangerous. I'm surprised one hasn't been tapped home yet, and I think in the second half one will. But a clean sheet against Manchester City in the semi-final, I have no doubt that Arsenal could probably replicate that. As they do kick off, they kick right to left, Liverpool left to right, laid off to David Luiz. He sends it along down the left, looking for Nketiah actually, down the centre. Gomez wins his header into the air with El Neni. Milner wins it into Mane, lays it off to Fabinho. Out wide left to Robertson, takes a touch, looking to get beyond Saka and finds Firmino inside. Good tackle from El Neni to win it back for Arsenal. And Saka lays it backwards towards Holding. And then David Luiz as well can take over. Where's everyone gone? Come on, yeah. I don't know. Some people just like to enjoy what listens to commentary, which is fair enough. If you don't want to go put anything in the chat, that's fine. As long as you're enjoying it and there's some people here, then that's alright. Yeah, we'll get the timer on the way right now. There we go. Make sure it's in the right position. Oh, look at me not forgetting to change it to second half. To be fair, I would have if I didn't go back on here to change the timer. There we go, second half underway. Beautiful stuff. But yeah, Arsenal do still have the ball with Kieran Tierney, who can bring it forward for Arsenal. A pass inside to Xhaka. Gets it away from Mohamed Salah, and Holding can bring it forward. He's got Bellerin to his right. He'll use him. Dinks it looking for Saka. Gone out of the pitch anyway for a throw-in for Liverpool, even though Saka was offside when the ball was played, so he couldn't get onto it. Robertson with the throw-in. Goes back towards Alisson. It's actually Van Dijk who has to meet it, and Alisson makes the angle for Van Dijk, and it's Alisson into Nico Williams. Takes a touch and clears it over the top, looking for Firmino in behind. Luiz has to deal with it. Kicks it right up in the air, and Holding has to beat Mane to it. Mane is able to bring it down as the ball bounced the first time. He lays it up to Wijnaldum. He's got Williams on the right. Doesn't use him. Looks at him, but decided to go against the option of Nico Williams, and it's still Wijnaldum as he got it off Mane. Forced back towards Gomez. Van Dijk. Robertson. Got 4 assists in the last 5 Premier League games last season. Robertson bringing his total up to 12 as he tries to get it into Milner, who attempted a dummy to Mane, but in the end was not enough, or there was too much on it for Firmino to get on the end of it. Rolled out to David Luiz. Finds hold inside to El Neni. First time ball to the wing back of Hector Bellerin. Good play from Arsenal. Tries to dink it down the line towards Saka. Met by Robertson, brought down by Mane, bundled to the ground by Bellerin, and Liverpool do have that free kick. Sorry, just a fly on my headphones. They are taking it quickly. With Milner back out to Robertson. He's going to try and take on Saka. He's going to keep running towards that corner flag. He does get a crossing, stands it up towards Salah, headed away by Tierney. Helped on by Aubameyang. No one up there for Arsenal to aim for. So fall straight back to Gomez. Milner. Into Robertson. Into Mane. Quite far out here, Sadio Mane. Around 40 yards from goal. Lays it off to Robertson. He's going to be forced back, isn't he? He is. To Virgil van Dijk. To Gomez. Will there be a breakthrough for Liverpool? It's inside to Firmino. Takes a touch. Prods it into Wijnaldum. David Luiz with a big tackle on the edge of the box. Wins it for Arsenal. And he sends away Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Gomez gets there first. And is able to get it back to Alisson. Good defending from Joe Gomez. Roberto Firmino, like I said, couldn't quite get on the end of that. But did score a hat-trick against Arsenal. Back in 2018 on the 29th of December. And he has 8 goals in 10 appearances against the Gunners. So he is a likely scorer in this fixture if Liverpool are to get back in it. If they just get the right supply into him. Obviously, he is one of those false 9 strikers who likes to hold up the ball. As they have got it into Salah, tries to backheel back into him by Mane. Picked up by El Neni and fouled by Milner. Right in the centre circle there for Arsenal. Nice cut back by El Neni. Brought down by Milner in the process. Just caught his knee. Just a late challenge there from Milner. Would have left a little bit on him there. David Luiz takes it looking over the top towards Aubameyang. Nico Williams reads it and gets it into Firmino. Goes in the air and Xhaka aerially wins it. Again cleared away by Arsenal. Straight into Firmino. Looks to release Salah. Intercepted by David Luiz. And easily Maitland-Niles has it on this left-hand side. Over to El Neni. Touch. Gets it to Holding. Drilled into Bellerin. Can they get on the move and the counter-attack here, Arsenal? Bellerin brings it forward and goes inside to Nketiah. First time ball laid off to Saka. On that right. You're going to keep cutting in. And lay it off to Xhaka. Leaves it one more to Maitland-Niles. He strikes. Bends it well over the bar. And it's taken quickly again by Alisson. We're straight back on with Liverpool. Finds Milner. 34-year-old veteran gets it inside to Sadio Mane. Once more to Firmino. Latches onto it on the edge. Running at David Luiz. He hits it himself and just wide of the post. Not far away. Like I said, he's likely scorer in this game. If he gets the chances, 8 in his last 10 against Arsenal. That's a better angle here of how close it was. Didn't really wrap his foot around it enough, but it wasn't far away. Here's a better angle, much better angle. Goes to bend it, that far post just inches away. And Arsenal survive. Where's everyone gone? Come on, that's from before, isn't it? Martinez clears, Robertson wins his header, but Bellerin picks it up and Nketiah wins it as he takes out Fabinho from the game and finds Aubameyang on the left outside the box, takes on Williams. Gomez tries to come and cover, but a poor Aubameyang cross right on the other side wins a throw for Liverpool. I said Gomez and Joe Gomez at the same time, so I said Gomez. I do apologise about that. I meant Gomez. But yeah, good work from Bellerin and Nketiah to take Fabinho out of the game and to win the ball. But Aubameyang on his weak foot just tried the cross. Probably should have cut back onto his right and then got a cross in, but didn't do that. Tried with the left. Thrown by Robertson, laid back to him by Mane. Clears it high and long towards Salah. David Luiz controls out for a throw-in, couldn't quite keep it in the Brazilian. And Firmino, who's going to take the throw, but he's going to leave it instead. No, he's going to take it to Mane. Looks like he's going to leave it for Robertson, but takes it. Firmino inside to Fabinho. Now Robertson over to Van Dijk. Not an attempt on target yet by Liverpool. That Van Dijk one was on target. His offside goal, but clearly, as it was offside, it didn't register as a shot on target. As it is Salah trying to look for Firmino. Intercepted by Arsenal, and Maitland-Niles needs to clear in his box, and he does do so for Nketiah, but Van Dijk wins it with a lovely header to Mohamed Salah. Now Nico Williams, number 76. Salah again on the edge. Mane, touch. Milner takes over. Uses Fabinho. Wijnaldum, first time ball to Nico Williams. Met with Maitland-Niles, but Fabinho takes over, gets a cross in, deflects off Maitland-Niles, and out for a corner as he couldn't avoid the corner kick from being conceded. Dangerous from Liverpool. They just started to get back in it again. 8 minutes after the restart. How long can Liverpool go without a goal? I don't think it'll be long until they score. I do think Liverpool will break down this Arsenal defence at some point, but I'm presuming people said that when they play City in the semi-final, and that didn't happen as Milner swings it in towards Van Dijk, and it was headed. I think it was by Van Dijk because it's gone for a goal kick. Many players went for that ball then. Let's have a look. El Neni was marking Van Dijk. I think that would have been a foul anyway. He's all over El Neni. Rises and he does win the header on Maitland-Niles, holding El Neni and David Luiz, 4 of them against Van Dijk then in the end. Something's gone wrong there with just on Van Dijk's right eyebrow. He's got some plastering or something on it. I'm presuming he picked up a cut because he did get a head injury actually against RB Salzburg in their last friendly, which ended 2-2. Ryan Brewster with the 2 goals. He's on the bench. I think he'll come on today if Jurgen Klopp has too much faith in him. But Martinez's goal kicks, looks for Aubameyang. He can't win it, and it's Firmino who sets off with it. Tries the back heel towards Salah, picked up by Arsenal, and it's Tierney on the ball, the former Celtic man. Looks for Nketiah down the line. Heavy touch, Nico Williams can keep it in and hook it to Firmino. To Salah. Wijnaldum, Nico Williams. He's looking towards his left for options. Goes back to Van Dijk, and I think he'll use Robertson down the left. He will do so. He's got Fabinho, Mane, Milner as options. Which one's he going to use? Pivoting on the ball. Use Van Dijk instead at centre-back, the one name I didn't mention. Van Dijk will bring it forward. He's going to strike it from range. He does have a shot on him. Took too many heavy touches, and Aubameyang can pick it up. That's very poor from Van Dijk. Aubameyang's going to keep running. He's only got options of Saka to his right. Can he find him? It's a great ball looking for Saka, but Robertson picks it up. That was a very intelligent ball from Aubameyang. Just didn't quite get it through in the end, but if he did, that would have been Saka one-on-one with Alisson, but really poor from Van Dijk. I don't know what he was doing. Bringing it forward like he was invisible, like no one could see him. Easily picked up by Aubameyang, and if his pass was just a little bit less heavier, Saka could have been in there, but Robertson with good defending in the end. And they found Mane in behind. What a ball. He's got away from Holding. He's trying to get dragged back. Martinez comes out. Wonderful save. There's a ball whipped around the corner there for Mane. I'm presuming it was by Robertson. It was. He was onside. Got the other side of Holding as he couldn't stop the ball going around him. And then Mane in front of Holding. In behind. I think just tried to scoop it above Martinez, but couldn't get the scoop on it. So ended up just hitting it very bluntly at the Argentine goalkeeper. Good save though with the right hand, because he made the wall protection, getting down on the knees to create a form of a barrier between his legs. But he's actually gone to the side of him and he's just put out a hand to his right. Like there. So he's down there and he's hit his hand in the end. So good save from Martinez. As Arsenal do have the ball back with David Luiz. Interesting stat about David Luiz. He's scored 2 goals. This is in all competitions. 10 times. Last year was one of those times. He got 2 goals in the Premier League last year, alongside his 2 red cards. And it's interesting that, because David Luiz in his career only has 3 career red cards. Apparently, that's what I've read. As they do work it out with Holding, finds Nketiah, who brings it down. He's got a release, but he's taken down by Milner. I think it's got to be a booking, hasn't it, for James Milner? As he's done a few of them. But yeah, in 10 different competitions, in 10 different seasons. Well, not 10 different seasons, but in different seasons, he scored 2, which I find interesting. Literally, I was just scrolling through his stats from seasons in different competitions. He just scored 2 in nearly every single one. But yeah, only the 3 career red cards for David Luiz, apparently, to my source of facts. They've looked over the top for Saka, but Robertson heads it down to Alisson, who keeps it in. I'm going to check this stat for David Luiz, by the way, for the red cards. Yeah, only the 3 red cards. He's never been sent off with 2 yellow cards. So I'd need to believe my stats a bit more. Salah's trying to lay it off to Nico Williams. Just not quite on the same wavelength like Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold are. As Cedric looks to be coming on for Arsenal in the end. 21 league appearances for him last year. 16 of them were for Southampton. Did score his first Premier League goal since the 1st of December of 2018. That was against United in Mark Hughes' last game for Southampton all the way those years ago. And that was his first goal, and that was against Norwich. Obviously in the restart, a 4-0 victory. One of his first touches in an Arsenal shirt. As he is going to be replacing Hector Bellerin. Obviously, this is still massively a big pre-season game for Arsenal. They need to be careful what changes they're making, because a lot of these players won't have a full 90 minutes, available towards him, like Bellerin. So he's been replaced by Cedric. Looks like a double substitution as well for Liverpool of Naby Keita and Takumi Minamino. Yet to score or assist for Liverpool so far. Minamino, quite worrying. Does have the ability. 199 Salzburg appearances under his name, and he got 64 goals. And for a midfielder, that's a good return. As Nico Williams is off for Takumi Minamino. I think Milner's going to go right back. And Keita's on. No, Milner's getting taken off. So who's playing that right back role? Because I didn't think Milner was going to stay on. So that's why I thought he may have played him right back instead. Interesting to see who goes right back. So Minamino and Keita are on. If we do restart with Kieran Tierney hooking it behind his head, trying to keep it in, but Wijnaldum's the one on it. Heads it down to Keita. Inside the Liverpool half, works it to the left to Robertson. I think Gomez has gone to right back, Fabinho into centre back alongside Virgil van Dijk, and they have a midfield of Gini Wijnaldum, Naby Keita and Minamino. As the ball's been dinked into Mane's been able to bring it down. Look for the Japanese and Minamino, and it falls to Keita, who strikes. Very, very audacious strike from Naby Keita. Did score a cracking goal against Chelsea in the restart in that 5-3 victory of their title lift night. So I don't know if they're playing like a 4-2-3-1 maybe, because it looked like Wijnaldum and Keita were playing as like 2 holding midfielders kind of, with Minamino on the left, Mane on the right. Firmino's like Cam and Salah up front, but they've lost it with El Neni with a heavy touch, and it's Mane who looks to get it fed by Salah, but intercepted by Tierney. And Arsenal can once again come out with the ball. To Aubameyang down the left. He's got room and space. He'll be a lot harder to beat Gomez than Nico Williams. But he's currently one-on-one with Fabinho. Looks for a switch towards Saka. Headed away by Robertson, right to the feet of Van Dijk with defending from the Scotsman, and Van Dijk can bring it forward. Just lays it off to Fabinho to his right. Uses Gomez. Back to Fabinho. Assisted in the 3-1 victory at Anfield last year in the league. Fabinho. Did miss 12 games though with all comps last season with a ligament injury. But he's back stronger than ever now. Fabinho, as it's Van Dijk who can bring it forward with intent, and he lays it off to Robertson. Behind him to Naby Keita. Here's Minamino. Can he register a goal or an assist for Liverpool? Did sign in January, and he's had a good few games to try and get that first goal or assist, but not quite at it yet. As Keita brings it forward into Firmino. Keeps it back to Keita. Looks for Mane. Gets past him, and Gomez tries to get onto the end of it. Tries to get ahead of Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Looks for a foul. Nothing given by the referee. Don't think it was a foul. It's going to be a goal kick as Gomez did touch it out of play. Nah, nothing in that at all. Not a free kick. Not for me anyway. Maitland-Niles has had a fantastic game so far at the left wing-back role. But Martinez with the goal kick. Places it down. And it looks like they're going to go for a long goal kick and not try and play out from the back this time. Allows Arsenal to push forward. So that left towards Xhaka. He can't head it on, but it falls to Maitland-Niles, who heads it only as far as Fabinho, who nods it on once more, and Kieran Tierney lets it go out for a throw-in for Arsenal. Still 1-0, 62.5 minutes played as they've thrown it back to Martinez. Dink towards Cedric, not enough on it, and Minamino could head it only as far as another throw-in on that right-hand side for Arsenal. Cedric, with that throw-in, did spend a 6-month loan spell at Inter Milan back in 2019. Again, I feel like I've not said that right. Is Xhaka into Maitland-Niles. He's got pace down the left-hand side. Fabinho does get there first and is able to find Gomez down the right. He goes once more down the line to Mane. First time ball for Wijnaldum. Can he keep it under his spell? Yes, he can. Yeah, it was in 2019. Do apologise. Wijnaldum keeps bringing it forward on the left inside the Liverpool half. He uses Robertson back into Gini Wijnaldum. Joined in 2016, did Wijnaldum from Newcastle. He's had 186 appearances from then, with 19 goals and 16 assists for the Dutchman. Dinked high and wide, looking for Robertson. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. His cross hits the side netting. Goal kick, Arsenal. So not too many people read into this game. The Community Shield, but I still think it's a big game. It's a good chance to get silverware under the belt. There's a goal kick from Martinez. Finds Van Dijk. Heads it down to his fellow countryman. Wijnaldum dispossessed by Cedric. Laid back towards Holding. He can only clear towards Alisson in the Liverpool goal. Brings it forward. And releases to Keita. Brings it into the Arsenal half. He uses Gomez to his right. Over to Fabinho. Wijnaldum, Minamino. Finds Robertson, nice ball. Wijnaldum again. To Gomez. Mane, able to keep it in on that far right. Lays it into Firmino. Tries to look for the running of Mane again. Well dealt with by Ainsley Maitland-Niles. And clears, looking for Nketiah. Can get ahead to it, but only as far as Gomez. Couldn't bring it down to his feet, the young Englishman. And it's now Van Dijk again. Into Robertson. They need to start looking a little bit more dangerous here, Liverpool. They've not looked like they're worthy of a goal for the last good 10-15 minutes. But with Keita's creativity, I think the goal could come, and he's skipping past 1-2 Arsenal players and lays it off behind into his left to Robertson, who has a good angle for a cross, gets one in, headed away by Holding, and a high boot there from Keita. Try to bring the ball down, is caught in Nketiah. That's going to be a free kick for Arsenal in the end. Keita looks like he's brought a bit more energy into the game. But yeah, high boot, ooh, into the stomach there of Nketiah. Not intentional, went for the ball, Keita. It was falling to the ground, but he's just caught the youngster there. Eddie Nketiah, obviously 19 league appearances 19 Leeds appearances last year. They're now in the Premier League. He scored 5 goals in that spell. Was recalled from the loan. Didn't feel like he was getting enough game time. And was actually brought in at Chelsea's youth system from 2008 to 2015. And then moved, obviously, to the red side of London, where he's made 36 Arsenal appearances with the 7 goals so far. Xhaka's wayward pass towards Cedric's gone out for a throw-in right in the Arsenal half. Robertson looks to take a quick throw, and he does, and he throws it behind to Van Dijk. Not enough intensity here from Van Dijk and Liverpool's men. It's Gomez, cuts it back. Keita into Salah. Can't meet it, but Kieran Tierney's deflected. Clearance has gone to Keita, and it's gone to Wijnaldum. Now Robertson on the left. Minamino, can he create something, the Japanese? Has to just play it back to Wijnaldum. Very side to side passing here from Liverpool as it is Gomez. Salah. for a ball towards Minamino, deflected to Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Looked for Aubameyang, but picked up by Salah again. And Liverpool again have the ball with Van Dijk. Wijnaldum down the line to Robertson. First time ball back into Wijnaldum, picked up by Bukayo Saka. Looked for El Neni, was a little bit off balance. And Keita can bring it forward. Fantastically done by Keita. Finds Firmino, lays it off to Minamino, who strikes it himself. Not enough accuracy or power on it by Minamino, and Martinez can gather. These have obviously took two different routes into this competition, but Arsenal had to beat Leeds, Bournemouth, Portsmouth, Sheffield United, Manchester City and Chelsea to win the FA Cup. Not easy fixtures at all, but ones that they got through with. Only one home game, and that was the third round cup game against Leeds. And then all the rest were away from home, and then obviously the last two at Wembley as Arsenal have picked it forward. Wembley's becoming a bit of a fortress for them in recent times as Aubameyang can bring it away on the left, on the edge of the box. Lays it off to the other side to Saka. He's one-on-one with Wijnaldum. Gets onto his right foot, deflects his strike. Goes out for a good corner. Sorry. As soon as a dangerous Arsenal attack happens, for probably like the first time in the half, or for a while, the dogs decide to bark. I swear they know sometimes. Yeah, sorry about that. They will show up. Saka taking all the corners for Arsenal so far. He'll send an in-swinger. He's got absolutely overloading that 6-yard box with Holding, Luiz, Xhaka, Nketiah, Aubameyang. He sends it in there towards Alisson, who can only punch it away, but yeah, free kick for Liverpool as Alisson was impeded a little bit there. Sorry about that. Van Dijk to Fabinho. 21 minutes to go. Still only the one goal to separate the two teams. Sorry about that. Hold on, just give me a second. Hopefully the dog's show up now. There's a ball towards Minamino on the left. He's been looked for, dragged down by Cedric, and it's going to be a free kick to Liverpool on the edge of the box. On that left-hand side. Didn't quite see who passed the ball. But Minamino looking right at Cedric. It's clever play from Minamino because he's won the foul there well. Because he was literally not looking at the ball. He was looking at Cedric to see where he was running. Ran across him and then was brought down by the Portuguese fullback. So cleverly won by Minamino. And he's over the free kick with Robertson. I think it'll be Robertson to take. On the edge of the box on the left. So it's more of a crossing chance than a shooting chance. Yeah, it will be Robertson to swing in towards Van Dijk at that back post. Couldn't meet him because it was Kieran Tierney there to head it away for a corner. I think Van Dijk and Tierney would have played with each other at Celtic. Obviously, Celtic was Van Dijk's club before he even moved to the Premier League with Southampton. And Tierney obviously left Celtic for Arsenal last season, 2019. Won 11 trophies at Celtic. With 14 years at the club. It will be a Liverpool corner. It's Robertson swinging in, dealt with by Arsenal's defence, but forced to Keita on the edge of the box, and it's over to the original corner taker of Robertson. Works it over to Gomez. Minamino finds Mane on that left. Inside to Firmino, holds it up against David Luiz, spins, gets a ball in the box. Nice set, I think, by Holding and cleared away by Arsenal as far as Gomez on the halfway line. Will there be another goal? I think there might be. I think it goes straight to penalties as well. I don't think there's any extra time in this game, but I'm not sure. As Keita sends it into the box, looking, I think, for Van Dijk, but there was nowhere near him in the end. Martinez could catch very easily. Joe Willock looks to be coming on for Arsenal. On the bench, currently getting a talking to by one of the coaches as Arsenal try to play out from the back with Tierney. I'm so sorry. They will show up. Oh, tries to get into Aubameyang and Keita can take it over and I think caught in the face there by Maitland-Niles. Taking it quickly anyway to Wijnaldum. Robertson. I don't know if you can hear the dogs much, but if you can, I do apologise. Fabinho. Finds Gomez. It's Mane, twist, turns. Finds Salah, has to hold it up against Kieran Tierney on the edge of the box. Works it onto his left. Has to run away from Maitland-Niles now as well. Looks for Firmino, deflects in the box to Minamino, who can tuck it away. Goal's been scored. Will it be disallowed? I don't know. But Minamino's got his first Liverpool goal. A lot happened there. Very scrappy within the box. It is Arsenal 1, Liverpool 1. Minamino with the goal. It's very scrappy. Minamino brought it down. Hooked by holding onto the chest of Cedric. And then just fell nicely into the space of Minamino. I don't think there's any handball in there. That's what Arsenal players are complaining about. But I don't think there's a handball. I think that's one I said a goal was going to be coming. And it has. Very scrappy because Salah looks for Firmino. But then it fell to the foot of Minamino, who then hooks it against the chest of Cedric. That's where all the handball cries came out. And then came off his chest, fell back to Minamino and was able to tuck it away just on the edge of the 6-yard box. So yeah, it is a goal and it is 1-1. So yeah, it is a goal, 100%. I didn't really see any kind of handball in that. If it was going to be a handball, it was going to be for Arsenal. They looked like they were handballing it. But Minamino finally has scored his first goal for Liverpool. He did an interview, I think, with a Japanese TV company of some kind. I saw it anyway, and he was very happy with the Premier League title win, but felt like he didn't do enough for the team. Obviously, we've not getting the goal and assist, but he has got one now. Scrappy play in the box for Liverpool to get the goal in the space, but they've done it. And Arsenal try and bite back with Aubameyang, but he's lost it with Nketiah, and Mane inside the Liverpool half can bring it into the Arsenal half and look to set off a counter-attack. Salah into Firmino. Tries to get it back to Salah, deflected back to Firmino, and he keeps on the attack. Here is Minamino to Robertson on the left. Crosses towards the back post where Martinez can collect. Good goalkeeping from Emi Martinez. The game's right back in the balance here at 1-1. Yeah, came off the foot of Firmino. He was actually looking for Minamino. And then Minamino tried to prod it towards Salah. Came off the chest of Cedric. Became a lovely assist by Cedric into Minamino. And we do have it at 1-1. It was very scrappy, but a goal is gone in nonetheless for Liverpool, and we are all level in the Community Shield final of 2020. With David Luiz on the ball into Xhaka. Tierney down the line, not being able to be kept in by Aubameyang. It's going to be a throw-in here for Liverpool inside the Arsenal half. It looks like there is going to be a winner over the last 15 minutes. It does look like it's going to be Liverpool, but you can't deny how dangerous Arsenal can be on that counter-attack. And I don't think Joe Willock's come on as of yet for Arsenal. I don't think he will now. That might have changed his tactical change there for Mikel Arteta. It's Kaito who can bring it forward. It's been great since coming on. It's Robertson into Wijnaldum. Plays a 1-2 with Minamino, and Wijnaldum has the ball again. Going to go for a dink switch towards Gomez. Heads it down the line for Mane. He's in the box. Can he find a cross? He's 1-on-1 with Tierney. Tries to take him on. Does get a cross in towards Xhaka. It's a poor attempt to clear it towards Firmino. His shot deflected off David Luiz to Nketiah on the edge. Kaito wins it back nicely. Into Robertson. Finds Minamino. On the edge. Into Robertson. Good 1-2. Minamino again. Tries to complete a second 1-2 with Firmino. His back heel just couldn't get to the Japanese, and Arsenal can clear with Nketiah out for a throw. And he's attempted to look for Saka there, but too much on it. As Arsenal will make the change. Is it going to be Joe Willock to come on, or will it be someone else? Still no change made. Minamino. To Gomez. They've worked it onto the right with Mane. There's space there for Minamino in the box, and he will use him, and he'll find him. He spins. He's taken down by El Neni in the box. No fouls at the referee. He's got it to Gomez, though, Minamino. Now Salah uses Firmino, holds it up on the edge of the box, looking for an option. Looks for Mane. Won by Xhaka, but as far as Van Dijk, it's all Liverpool. Robertson back to Wijnaldum. He's got Mane in the middle with Salah, and he'll use Salah, not Mane. Salah back to Van Dijk. Into Robertson. Can he swing a cross in? There's no one in the box really to aim at. So he uses Wijnaldum. Back to Robertson. Forced to Mohamed Salah. Obviously not really searching for that goal Liverpool don't desperately need it, so they can relax a bit more, because when you're behind, you're dying to score that goal. But now they've got the goal, they can just relax a little bit and play their own game, with Robertson attacking on the edge of the box, tackle and dispossessed by Arsenal, and Saka can bring it forward with Xhaka. Needs to get out of their own half, Arsenal, if possible. They used Aubameyang. Is there a away advantage? Well, it is at a neutral ground, Wembley, so no, there's not an away advantage. No. Probably not, though. Yeah, no, there's not. Yo, Nicholas is back again. Here at the start of the stream. Decides to pop in at the end. Good to see people popping into the chat. As it is David Luiz to bring it forward. Like I was saying as well, with Arsenal's tricky FA Cup run that they had, we've got to play City and Chelsea to win it. Sheffield United isn't easy, as well. Chelsea were also a team that Liverpool had to play and knocked out by them. 2-0 away loss. Willian and Barkley scored on that day. But they had to play Everton. Liverpool, they had to play Shrewsbury twice with a youth team, and then were beaten by Chelsea in the end. So didn't really give it their all, I don't think, in that FA Cup run, to be honest. As Minamino's been fouled on the halfway line and advantage has been played. Firmino will continue down the left as Liverpool have worked it out from the back. And it's found Keita. So on the edge, looks for Salah in the box. Met with Cedric, and El Neni can try and clear it with Saka. Nketiah back to El Neni. Uses Xhaka. Goes left to Maitland-Niles. Back into Xhaka. Good play here from Arsenal. And Nketiah's lost it with Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and Van Dijk can bring it away. Keita. Van Dijk. Keita again. Uses Gomez. 11 minutes. Can Arsenal hang on for maybe a penalty shootout? Other than the drunk guy, yeah. Other than the drunk guy. Wijnaldum. On the halfway line is Fabinho on the ball. Does look like a Liverpool change and a few Arsenal changes as well. I can just see on the byline. I'm not too sure. Keita over to Van Dijk. Can Arsenal hold on? Van Dijk on the halfway line. Both have 15 Community Shields each to their name. Arsenal's last one was in the 2017-18 season against Chelsea. And the Liverpool one was back in 06-07. So they haven't won this in a while. Obviously failed to win it last year against Manchester City on penalties. So obviously Sterling scored that day, and Joel Matip in front of a packed Wembley crowd. Can't quite say the same this year. No crowd, unfortunately. Van Dijk still has it on the halfway line to Fabinho. Can they find that defence splitting pass here? Just goes inside to Salah. Back to goal. Finds Firmino to his right. Mane's also to his right, and he'll use him. Makes a run off the ball here, Firmino. Mane will charge down the right-hand side. Met by Aubameyang. Lays it off to Salah on the edge. Dinks it towards the left-hand side of the box to Robertson. Brings it down. Crosses, looking for Minamino. Dealt with by El Neni, but Saka tries to play it out from the back. And he's been dispossessed, and Robertson can put it back in. Chested down by Mane. One touch. Tries to dink it again. Great save from Martinez. Mane probably should have scored. And Aubameyang can hit it off Mane, and they can breathe a little bit here, as it's going to be a throw-in for Arsenal. But Mane somehow was able to chest it down as Tierney missed the ball completely, and then took a touch on the thigh there, Mane, way too heavy, and then tried to just dink it over Emi Martinez, and I think it came off his... Let's have a look. Looks a nasty one. Ooh, right in the stomach region there for Martinez. That would have hurt a little bit. That was very point-blank range as well, but that touch from Mane, not from his chest. The chest one was very good, but the one off his thigh was way too heavy. If that touch wasn't as heavy, I think it would have been an easy finish for Sadio Mane. Saka is to be replaced by Joe Willock. That sub is made, and Reece Nelson will also come on for Nketiah. And it looks like Kolasinac is also going to be coming on as well for Arsenal, the number 31. But I think that change will be made at a different time. So 2 attacking changes for Arsenal. Kieran Tierney is going to be the one replaced as well by Kolasinac. He looks like he's been struggling a little bit, Kieran Tierney, in that defence. And then Curtis Jones also comes on for Liverpool as well. He has replaced, I'm going to presume Wijnaldum, but I'm not sure. That's just a guess. It's an educated guess. Let's have a look. 230th game between these two sides. 79 Arsenal wins, 89 Liverpool wins. So which team will make it? Can Arsenal make it 80 wins? Can Liverpool make it 90? We'll have to find out. It's actually Firmino who's been replaced by Curtis Jones, not Wijnaldum. Thrown by Kolasinac. Mane's tried to chase it down. Goal kick, sorry. As Luiz tried to clear it, bounced off Sadio Mane. Yeah, a lot of changes happened there. Free for Arsenal with Tierney off. It looks like they've gone to a back four here, Arsenal, and I think they have. David Luiz holding his centre-backs, and then Maitland-Niles has gone over to the right-hand side to play right-back. And then Kolasinac at left-back. With El Neni, Xhaka holding. I'm presuming Nelson on the right. Willock could be up front. We'll have to just have a look. When the kick's been taken by Martinez, it is to that left-hand side towards Aubameyang. It misses him, but it does find Willock. Can't take it under his control, and Keita can pick it up, but Willock nicks it, and Aubameyang can take over. Tries to get it onto the right. Well, good recovery from Keita. Good tackle to win it back. Needs to release. He's getting chased down by Maitland-Niles, and he loses it again. You try to enter the box there. Maitland-Niles. Gomez comes over nicely. Shields it out for a goal kick. Good defending by Gomez to bail out Naby Keita. Good start, though, from Joe Willock there. 29 league appearances last year. The one goal against Southampton, and he did score. Sorry, where am I looking? He did score in that 5-5 draw in the League Cup between these two sides last year. He was the one who made it 5-4 to Liverpool. Couldn't hold on to his lead, unfortunately. It's ball's in the air, and it's holding to bring it forward on the right-hand side. It's quite pushed up here. Good ball inside to the midfield to El Neni on the halfway line. Plays it once more to Xhaka. Is able to release to Kolasinac. And here's Aubameyang. He's got to take on Gomez. He's got runners off him. Maitland-Niles is one of them. Comes off Gomez, so he shouldn't be offside. And he does relay it to Aubameyang, but he is offside. But I don't... Try that again. Let me try and actually speak some English. It came off Gomez, so I didn't think he might have given offside for that, but clearly he did. Taking it quickly of the free kick, and it's Van Dijk goes long over the top to the right, looking for Mane. Way too much on it. Straight to Martinez. No issues for Arsenal there. 6.5 minutes to go. Sorry, 5.5 minutes to go, plus added on time. Looking like a penalty shootout is going to be coming our way, but I'm not too sure because you just don't know who could nick it this game. Could it be an Arsenal counter-attack? Could it be a build-up of pressure from Liverpool to crack the Arsenal defence again? As Luiz has dinked it down the left-hand side looking for Aubameyang. Gomez gets there, meets it, can't quite keep it in. It will be an Arsenal throw-in the end. Kolasinac to take the throw-in. Obviously links with a move back to Schalke. Made 123 appearances for his club and got the 4 goals. Is rumoured with a loan move there, but we'll just have to see how that pans out. As Keita and Gomez do not communicate well enough, and Aubameyang can go in between them and nick it and send Ainsley Maitland-Niles down the left-hand side. Cuts in onto his right, great skill. Crosses into the box, Nelson brings it down, takes a touch towards Willock, he keeps it alive with El Neni, uses Nelson again, scored in that 2-1 victory against Liverpool at the Emirates. It's Cedric on the right, crosses, lovely ball to Willock, he can't divert it goalwards. We could, but not on target. And it's going to be a goal kick for Liverpool. Great chance for Arsenal again. Well worked by Nelson to keep it alive. And then El Neni fed it back through to Cedric. Crossed in. Willock rose the highest. Alongside Fabinho and Gomez. But always clearly wide of the post from Joe Willock. 61 first-team appearances for Joe Willock. Only the 8 goals. Could have had the 9th there as they've won it back from Liverpool with Xhaka, and it is here. He is Joe Willock. He's able to keep it and release to Aubameyang. Lays it off to Ainsley Maitland-Niles on the left. Dinks it back into the box. Aubameyang couldn't read the cross. Lost his foot in straight into the hands of Alisson. Game's starting to open up a little bit at the end here. Arsenal have already won it back with El Neni. I didn't even see it. The camera wasn't even on the game. El Neni wins it back. Feeds it back to Cedric. Can he get another cross in? As dangerous as the last? No, it's not. Overhit. And Gomez can try and see this out for a throw-in. He will do in the corner flag. Takes it quickly. Down the line to Curtis Jones. Flicked over looking for Mane. Met by Kolasinac and El Neni. And Wijnaldum comes in trying to regain the ball. But it's Xhaka who can come out with it for Arsenal. Maitland-Niles on the left, goes inside looking for Willock. Intercepted by Fabinho, into Mane, chest down towards Curtis Jones. New number of number 17. He keeps it alive, and Kolasinac's head is caught, I think, with a high foot, and he wins a free kick there, Kolasinac. Yeah, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, man of the match for BT Sport, and I'm going to give the exact same. I think he's been absolutely terrific at left wing back today. I know Aubameyang's goal was good, but he hasn't really been too involved other than that. But Ainsley Maitland-Niles, I've been saying it throughout the game, I think he's been superb. Not in a favourite position at left wing back for the majority. Kept Salah quiet, kept Mane quiet when he's moved over to that right hand side. And she's had a very, very solid and sound game, so I'd agree with that. Ainsley Maitland-Niles will be the man of the match. Free kick will be taken by David Luiz. Very high line from Liverpool. Dinks it down the left, looking for Kolasinac. Chests it down, keeps it in. Yes, he does. It's Fabinho who intercepts his cross anyway. And Curtis Jones can bring it away. Dinks it over the top, looking for Salah. Holding slips, but he's able to hold him off enough for Emi Martinez to come and collect the ball. Thrown to El Neni, and here he is, Maitland-Niles. Still on that left-hand side. So I don't know where he's playing, really, Maitland-Niles. Sorry. He's on the ball here with Aubameyang. He looks down the line for Joe Willock. Try to take on Fabinho on the edge of the box on the left. Rolls it back to Aubameyang. Looks to get inside the box. He does, but he's tackled and Gomez clears. Home as far as Kolasinac, I'm so sorry. Joe Willock's been found again on the left. Keeps it in. Plenty of room to get a crossing towards the near post. He does. Aubameyang and Van Dijk meet it. But it is Van Dijk who didn't get a touch of the ball. It will be a Liverpool goal kick. I do apologise about that. Yeah, I do apologise about that. It always comes at the worst times when teams are on the attack. It's so annoying. But if you could please subscribe if you haven't, please do. I know there's someone there who hasn't subscribed. I'm talking to you, the one who isn't subscribed. Please do. Try and get to 430. That'd be a good landmark to hit. All my playlists to all my current videos that I'm posting are in playlist down in the description if you want to check any of them out. Willock brings it forward. He's a good substitute appearance, Willock, so far. Xhaka moves it along to Aubameyang. Just lays it back to Xhaka. El Neni. Xhaka again. We're at the 90th minute, and it's Arsenal who are on top at the minute. Very happy with this performance. They've definitely got a very bright future under Mikel Arteta. David Luiz again, just inside the Arsenal half. Looks down the line for Maitland-Niles, but Gomez wins his header to Fabinho, and he takes control again. 3 minutes of additional time. So when this time hits 48, that's when we played the allocated time. It's Curtis Jones who's been released down the right-hand side. Plays it into Mane, back into Curtis Jones. Space on the right for a cross. Can they win it late here? Jones back to Salah. Once more to Wijnaldum, and they've had to force it back towards Van Dijk. So that attack was slowly, well, very quickly killed off, actually. And it's Keita to Gomez. Into Curtis Jones. Gomez is overlapped, won't use him. Mane. He now uses Joe Gomez. Going to get a crossing. No. Forced back to Mane. He gets a crossing. Looking for Robertson with the header. It's well over the bar. The ref actually may have gave a free kick there because he did look like Robertson pushed the man he was battling for that header for. Let's have a look. He was onside. Looks like he may give Cedric a push, but it does not matter anyway because Robertson blazed it over the bar. Robertson did get 2 goals last year. Obviously, one was against Aston Villa when Liverpool came from behind very late on to win that game. Did get the assist as well in the 2-1 defeat at the Emirates as Wijnaldum is being taken off and Brewster is on. Again, I don't think there's extra time, so that might be a penalty kind of decision there. Obviously, Brewster on loan at Swansea for the back end of last season, joined in January and got 10 goals in the Championship. And he did play that full 90 minutes of the 5-5 draw. 4th Liverpool senior appearance. Hasn't got a goal yet. So Martinez sends it long down the right looking for Nelson. It's Robertson who wins his header and hooked on by Keita, looking for Salah. Salah versus Luiz. Luiz wins the header and Holding clears, deflects off Mane, the back off the knee of Holding. Very unfortunate, and Liverpool do have the throw with a minute of the additional time to play. Will we have late drama? Mane throws it back to Van Dijk. Over to Fabinho. He will use Gomez, joined in 2015 from Charlton. Yet to score for Liverpool. Hot drama if Joe Gomez popped up to score. Gomez over to Van Dijk. 40 seconds left. Can they force one more attack? He's playing it between the three defensive players here at Liverpool. It's Fabinho again. Finds Robertson with a poor touch. Puts him under pressure, but is able to keep it in and release back to Van Dijk. He looks for Robertson again down the left. Takes it in his stride. Cedric reads it well. And clears. Out for a throw. 15 seconds left. Van Dijk with a throw. He's got it. 5 seconds to go. Keita. And that is full time. Not enough for one more Liverpool attack. And I think we're getting penalties again. Same scoreline as last year's Community Shield final. 1-1. Like I said, Sterling and Matip scored that day. But this day it is Aubameyang and Minamino who scored his first Liverpool goal in his career. Scrappy play in the box, but he did fall to the Japanese after he prodded it onto the chest of Cedric. So kind of like a self-assist. He used Cedric. Don't think he meant to. He was looking for Salah in the end, but Cedric was the one who bounced it back towards Minamino. Very unfortunate for Cedric. Couldn't do much about it, but does mean we have penalties. I'm very, very certain it is going to be penalties. Oh, I thought to put in capitals. That looks stupid, so I'm going to put... There we go. Penalty shoot out is going to be getting ready now. Just going to get it ready. There we go. Sorry, just getting the penalty shootout scoreboard ready. I didn't actually anticipate a penalty shootout. I do apologise. Oh, just moving the whole screen now. And again. See, I'm just getting it sorted, but good game. I enjoyed it. So obviously the scoreboard you most care about is the one out on the top where it says 0-0. That's where I'll be updating the scoreboard for that. So it's Martinez versus Alisson in between the sticks. Alisson, great record for Liverpool in half of his games before today. He'd kept clean sheets, 88 appearances, 63 conceded with a 44 clean sheets. Was sent off against Palace in a 2-1 win at home last season and was injured against Norwich in the 39th minute of that game. 44 Brazilian appearances as well. Obviously just beating Ederson to the #1 Brazilian goalkeeper spot. And then Emi Martinez, he's had a great journey throughout his time at Arsenal. Joined in 2010, he's been on loan many a time. 6 loans in 7 years. One was at Wolves. Made his debut for Arsenal on 26th of September 2012 against Coventry in the Capital One Cup, as it was once called then. I think it was Capital One Cup. It was just the League Cup anyway. But it's always just very tense. A penalty shootout, even if it is in Community Shields when people might not care as much. The first meeting between these two sides as well, it was Arsenal 0, Liverpool 5 back in 1893. Not had quite the same scoreline today. The first ever Premier League meeting was Liverpool 0, Arsenal 2 at Anfield back in 1992. And Ian Wright was one of the goal scorers that day with 80 goals. But in terms of the last 5 meetings, 2-1, 5-5, 3-1, 5-1 and a 1-1 back in 2018. So usually packed with goals this fixture. Not quite as many today. But here comes the keepers as we are going to be getting ready. Obviously it does not matter which end it is going to be filmed at. is going to be taken out. So I don't know if it's a film ever taken out because obviously there's no fans. Usually you can get a bit of an advantage if you get it in front of your own fans. Not today because there is none, unfortunately. Jurgen Klopp will look for his 11th trophy as a manager. Arteta for looking for his 9th as a coach / manager, 2nd as an actual manager. Played 150 Arsenal games. The coach, he'll love to win another title for Arsenal as the manager. But Salah's the first to take. Scored 19 league goals last year. He strikes it, slams it to his right. The keeper's left. It's 1-0 to Liverpool in the shootout. Martinez went the wrong way. Absolutely slammed it, like I said, into that right-hand side of the net. Mohamed Salah. And it's Reece Nelson to take next. And that'll be for Arsenal. Like I said, scored his last goal for Arsenal against Liverpool in that 2-1 victory at the Emirates Stadium. Joined in 2007, aged 8. And now here he is, aged 20. I'm so sorry. For Arsenal. Takes it again. Other way from Salah, but the keeper went the wrong way as well. 1-1. Good penalty right into the bottom left corner, that. Alisson sent the wrong way. Real good penalty. Right into the corner. Even if he went the right way, that would have been difficult to save for Alisson. Fabinho next. Known for his penalties at Monaco, Fabinho. So this should be interesting. He should really be favoured to score here. He joined in 2018. 80 games he's played for Liverpool. This is 81st. Can he give them the lead in the shootout for the Community Shield? Fabinho steps up again. So goes the same way as Nelson. Goes to his left, the keeper's right. Keeper once again goes the wrong way, and it's 2-1. So every single penalty so far, the keeper's gone the wrong way. Maitland-Niles to take next. Man of the match for me and for BT Sport. Can he hopefully not become the villain and miss an important penalty in this game? Scored in the 5-5 draw in the League Cup last year. Can he score now in the penalty shootout? Maitland-Niles versus Alisson. Not running up very confidently. Very confidently. Strokes it home. Looks just a bit nervous, but it just seemed to be more cool, calm and relaxed from Maitland-Niles. Again, keeper goes the right. Maitland-Niles goes to his left. Goes to the keeper's left. And scores. He just seemed a bit like he didn't care, but obviously he was just being cool and calm. Brewster next for Liverpool as it is 2-2. He's been on loan at Swansea. Could give Liverpool a big chance to go back in the lead in the penalty shootout. Ryan Brewster to take. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. This time Martinez went the right way, but didn't get anywhere near it, because if it had gone on target, no way Martinez was getting near that. But he's put it too high, Brewster, and he's slammed it against the crossbar. Not great for the youngster. So he's missed, and it stays at 2-2. After 3 penalties, Arsenal could take the lead here. Cedric to take, the former Southampton man. Cedric for Arsenal. Places it onto the right-hand side. Again, Alisson goes the wrong way. And Arsenal have the lead in the shootout. And he's not doing that. Yeah, I'll subscribe. Please do. During a very tense penalty shootout. It's Minamino to take next. Scored his first Liverpool goal today. Can he score from the spot as well? Scored and assisted versus Liverpool in the 4-3 defeat while he was at Salzburg. And now he's up to take a penalty for Liverpool. Slams it down the middle. Beautiful penalty from Minamino. Simple as you like. Martinez couldn't get anywhere near it as he dived to Minamino's left. Right down the middle. Great penalty. And David Luiz is next to take the 4th penalty and put Arsenal in the driving seat for the Community Shield. Missed his penalty in the League Cup final whilst he was at Chelsea under Maurizio Sarri. He hit the post, so he went to his right. If Alisson's done his homework, he should know which way David Luiz likes to go. And here he is. He steps up, the Brazilian. Oh, it's a lovely penalty right into the top left corner. Went the complete opposite way than the League Cup penalty final. League Cup penalty, sorry. Sorry, I forgot to change the scoreboard. Alisson did go the right way. Nearly got towards it, to be fair. Wasn't too far away from it. And it is... Oh, it's Curtis Jones. Misses. Arsenal win. If he scores, then Arsenal score. If he scores and Arsenal score, they win it. But just to keep this tie alive, he needs to score. Curtis Jones scored that FA Cup goal against Everton to put his name on the map in Liverpool. He needs to score. Oh, and he does. It's a beautiful penalty. I think he was getting a little bit of a talking to from Martinez before the penalty, and he gives a little bit of it back. Very nice. He just strokes it into the bottom left corner. Right into that side netting. Martinez dived the wrong way. And it's Aubameyang to win it for Arsenal. Can he score? They're still waiting for him to sign that new contract, the 31-year-old. He's been their talisman for many years now, since 2018. And he can win it here. Aubameyang versus Alisson. Alisson needs to save to keep this game alive for Liverpool. Can Arsenal win their 16th Community Shield in their history? Aubameyang versus Alisson. And he puts it home. It's a beautiful penalty, and Arsenal are Community Shield winners of 2020. Liverpool fall short again on penalties in this competition for back-to-back years. Great celebrations from Arsenal. Arteta with his second trophy as Arsenal manager, and he's only been there since December the 22nd, 2019. Must be very gutting for Ryan Brewster. Back on loan from a very positive spell at Swansea in the Championship, where he shone. He's come back to Liverpool, scored 2 against Salzburg with a great pre-season. But unfortunately, his penalty skyrocketed off the crossbar and out. And that's the penalty that splits the two teams. And Arsenal have been defeated in the Community Shield final. It ends Arsenal 1, Liverpool 1 within 90 minutes and 5-4 on penalties. Good penalty shootout, that. Very good penalties from both sides. Alisson couldn't get near to pretty much any of them, really. Maybe other than the David Luiz one, but that was perfectly struck into the top left corner. There we go. Arsenal winning again at Wembley. Yes, in front of the no fans. Beautiful penalty as well from Aubameyang. Right into that top right corner. Alisson again went the wrong way. And that's where the celebrations began for Arsenal. Ryan Brewster obviously devastated about that, because it was his penalty that has cost Liverpool another title under Jurgen Klopp. But Arsenal fans and Mikel Arteta will not be complaining one bit at all, as they've got some more silverware. Yes, it's only the Community Shield, but you know, they were in it to win it. And you've got to try and win every game ahead of you. And they've done it exactly that. Aubameyang wins the penalty shootout for Arsenal and got the goal within the 90 minutes with a lovely finish on the edge of the box. And that is the FA Community Shield 2020 final, complete with Arsenal as winners again. Liverpool have to wait again since 2006 to try and get their hands on this trophy, but it's only been a 2-year wait for Arsenal to get their hands back on this trophy. Oh, sorry, a 3-year wait, as they beat Chelsea in 2017. Obviously, you'd be very disappointed for Liverpool to lose. They want to win every title they can. This is just one they can't quite say they've won just yet, but they might be back in it next year, because they'll be strong favourites to win the Premier League. Again, this is just a pre-season game for these two teams. In the pre-season, Liverpool had only played 2 games, and Arsenal had only played 1, and that was against MK Dons. So, realistically, I think, although it is the Community Shield, it's still very early on in both these teams' pre-seasons, and the Premier League starts in 2 weeks' time. We've got a lot of these players going on international duty after these games for the Nations League, so just very confusing times, really, with the schedule. But they've been able to fit this game in, and it's Arsenal who have come out as winners again. Obviously, wouldn't have been favourites, but they've gone against all the odds, and they've won the game again. Very strong defensive performance, and I think they would deserve to win. I think both teams can easily say they deserve to win that game, but Arsenal will be very happy with that. Good defensive performance, kept out of Liverpool for a majority of the game, other than when Minamino was able to break through in a very scrappy piece of play in the box. But they held out for penalties, and they've ended up winning the shootout 5-4. But for me, this is going to be the end of the live stream today. All my new content that's coming out, their links are in the description. New Football Manager episode, and go and check out the Football Talk. The tier list for that will be out next week, I think, at some point. Or I'll try and get it for next week, maybe next Saturday or Sunday, I'm not sure. Just subscribe and notifications on, and you'll know when that comes out. A Football Manager one, I think, should be out Tuesday, and then hopefully a commentary as well on Thursday night of Germany versus Spain in the Nations League. But other than that, that's going to be the commentary here. I hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And tonight is the night for Arsenal to celebrate another trophy over Mikel Arteta. 2 years on the trot, Liverpool have been beaten on penalties with 1-1 draws in the 90 minutes. But it will be Arsenal celebrating tonight as they win the 2020 Community Shield.